contractors who want to save thousands and get materials fast. New year, new projects at the lowest prices. Shop online at thewindowdepot.com or visit a location near you.
Every day is a balancing act, with work, family, goals, all asking for more. It helps to have tools that meet you at every step and a team that will always be by your side. We're ICCU. We're a credit union that has been helping members achieve financial success since 1940. In fact, we put member success first, one by one, year after year, for 85 years and counting. Now, we're here for you, Tucson. Join us, ICCU.
Coach, Tommy Lloyd here. Right Way has important news.
Thinking about replacing your heating and air system? It's free furnace season at Right Way.
These are some of the slowest months of the year. We have equipment in stock and our crews are available.
And we're including an 80% furnace absolutely free with the purchase of an air conditioning system.
And if that's not enough, we're offering up to 60 months no interest financing, manufacturer and energy efficiency rebates, and 10-year parts and labor warranty.
Call or text 520-200-2422 today or visit rightwayac.com.
If it's worth doing, do it the right way.
Bear down, Wildcat Nation. Our Window Depot coverage of U of A basketball continues. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day, a full wrap-up of today's Wildcats contest. Top takeaways, reaction from the players and head coach Tommy Lloyd, plus your thoughts on what you saw. The postgame show is brought to you by Meridian Wealth Management. Wealth well managed, life well lived. This is your home for Arizona basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Cats will push it the other way. Brayden on the run. Quickly down into the lane. Burries to the bucket. Laid up and good.
Transition. Just Burries never impeded all the way down the floor after he collected the defensive rebound all the way for a layup.
20-0. That is the record now for your Arizona Wildcats. 88-53 the final. Top-ranked U of A over WVU at McHale Center. A 32-35. My U-High math is already failing me, and we're only 30 seconds into the show. A 35-point win tonight for your Arizona Wildcats. And now we can turn our attention to the BYU Cougars and the big ball game that is going to happen on Monday night in Provo, Utah. It'll be a battle of ranked teams as Arizona will have their first huge road test of this Big 12 conference season. 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. You can call us at that number. You can text us at that number. My name is David Kelly. We've got the full house today. Kelvin Ifan is here. He is the captain. We've got J.W. Madden as well. We want to talk to you at 520-848-1290. First, as always, we begin with our top takeaways on this game. I'll go first. The demise of Arizona's three-point shooting game has been greatly exaggerated. The Wildcats pretty much led early by some makes by Brayden Burries. Showed everyone that they can shoot three-point shots. They can make three-point shots, finishing the day at 44%, making 10 of 23, and Brayden Burries got that going right off the jump in today's ball game. I think I saw that they had everybody in the crowd had 3-point placards today, so they must have had those on the seats prior to the game today. So maybe that got into the Wildcats' head a little bit that, hey, we need to start making a few of these 3-point shots. I wanted to see this team take West Virginia out of the game early, and they did that, jumping out to a real quick lead right away. I think they were up at 1 point. 10-2 in the ball game. That's exactly what the doctor ordered for a team that had lost multiple 25-point-plus games on the road. And then just on the defensive side, I mean, back-to-back games where you hold a Big 12 team under 55 points is incredibly impressive. And the thing that most stands out to me about the defense is just the way that this team walls up on the drive. I mean, the guys try to take the ball to the hole, and they've got a Wildcat in their chest. It's almost like the Wildcat just puts his whoever, it can be any of the guys. It can be Toby Awaka. It can be Jaden Bradley. It can be any of those guys out front on the perimeter. They put those 2 feet in the ground, and I can't count how many times I've seen guys try to drive the ball, bounce off, and have to come back out and reset once again. That's been a huge part of what this defensive team has been all about so far this season for the Arizona Wildcats, and they did that again today. I mean, taking some pretty good guards off their game when Honor Huff misses 11 shots, and you can kind of keep tracing Eaglestaff, who had scored 20-plus the last 2 games, in control. You're doing something right, and the Wildcats, as a result, are 20-0 on the season. Kelvin Ifan, your top takeaways from this win tonight?
Defense. I mean, when you look at it, I said it before the game. I said, I'll be surprised if they could score 50 points. And they scored 53, so I was a little bit off. I remember J-Dub said around 60. But I just thought that when I watched them play, I thought, man, how are they going to be able to score unless one of their guys get off from 3? Yeah. And I just been looking at the way our guys been playing defense. I said, man, our taller wings are really forcing these guys to take challenge 3-point shots, which is not what you want. You want in rhythm, catch and shoot threes with a little space, with a little airspace so you can get it off. And man, it just total domination on the defensive end, man. And I had to say it, man, I'm getting more and more impressed with Burries. J-Dub know it. I used to be like, man, he takes a lot of shots, but if you're going to make 7 out of 12, you can take it. Right? 4 of 8 from 3. I thought he was a little aggressive, but when you see a guy take 8 threes, J-Dub, I'm like, the coaches told him to do it. The coaches probably told him to be a little bit more aggressive. I mean, I think they probably understood. As a coach, you understand some games where you probably got an advantage. Probably, hey, if you do miss, we're going to offensive rebound it anyway. So be a little aggressive from the perimeter so we can shut some of these people up. And it was just amazing to see the guys go 10 for 23, guys being confident. You can tell they're shooting a lot of threes at practice because everybody shot at least one, right? So, yeah, just good to see them be confident there. And, hey, just not surprised, and good to see that they didn't worry about the BYU game. They was focused on West Virginia all the way up to the end. And my last thing is, I'm noticing they started celebrating a lot. They started to celebrate, starting to feel themselves as coaches say, they're getting their swag on. As I'm watching them out there, playing to the crowd and everything like that. So it's real cool, man, to see them out there enjoying themselves, beating people as a unit.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I think it's pretty. I mean, anybody who watches enough college basketball understands that shot selection is dictated by what defense you're seeing. And if you would have listened to last postgame, what I said, Kelvin, was the only scenario I could see this Arizona team shooting a lot of threes is against a matchup 2-3 zone. And in that first half, they play exclusive man-to-man into that system, but there was a lot of matchup 2-3 philosophy going on in that first half. If you watch the guards, the perimeter, top of the key, they were shifting back and forth and sending ball handlers off to each other. Very matchup 2-3 zone, Boeheim-style defense. And against that defense, if you're not patient and you launch shots, you're trying to shoot them out of the zone. That's how it works. I think they were a little bit too shot happy in that first half. What really was working were those back doors with the dribble down to the elbow and that back door, really nice one to JB early. But the defense, obviously, is the big story of today. West Virginia just couldn't get much going, obviously had a hand in the face of all the shooters. And my third biggest takeaway, guys, was one turnover in the first half, and that came real late. I mean, against that pressure, clearly Arizona was pushing. One thing I'm noticing, Kelvin, is that on those defensive boards, especially Burries, when Krivas gets a board, it's instantly an outlet. There's a big impotence on that. They're trying to get a little bit of early offense, keep their opponents on their heels defensively. So, yeah, I mean, it was really impressive with the pace they were playing at to only have that one first-half turnover that I saw. And just the defensive intensity, it's only going to get better. Defense, as you should know by now, is all communication. So 5 guys on the court all being as one, moving as one, letting each other know what's happening. And that's going on. You got 5 great athletes out there out of the 8 in the rotation. And the way they're communicating and moving their feet on defense, you just can't get around Ivan Karchenkov. Toby Awaka is out there on the perimeter. And the rebounding, as always. I mean, some of those rebounds in traffic. Last game out, it seemed like Toby didn't get his first till about 10 possessions in. That first board, very first one, was in between two defenders, one-handed. Unbelievable. So, yeah, just kind of the same as what we've seen all year long. Just seems to me, guys, like they're ironing out some of the wrinkles. They're improving those little tiny, minute things that they need to work on, and they're just getting better as the season goes on.
Those are our top takeaways. What are your top takeaways from an 88-53 win by your Arizona Wildcats over the West Virginia Mountaineers. Let us know. 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. We'll head back down to McHale Center. We'll hear from the players and Tommy Lloyd, get their thoughts after the win. A short turnaround again, heading to BYU for a game 7 o'clock on Monday night. We'll review our keys to the game. Did anybody beat the book tonight? Is there anything more fun than the last 3 minutes of a blowout game, just sitting there? Can they get to the over? Can they get to the over? Can they get to the over?
For me, it was the first 10 minutes of the game because, man, they must have combined for 36 points in the first 10 minutes. There was not a lot of buckets there early.
Make it, Evan. It really throws a different spin to the end of a college basketball game for sure. All right, we'll take your calls when we come back. Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day. First time out, JW Madden here. Kelvin Efon, I'm David Kelly. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
Our Window Depot postgame coverage is just getting started. This is Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day. The postgame show is brought to you by Advantage Air Mechanical, Cactus Auto Company, Casino del Sol, Done Right Services, Drain Masters, First Chiropractic, Idaho Central Credit Union, Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating and Plumbing, Royal GMC, Buick and Cadillac, Royal Kia, Royal Jaguar Land Rover, The Window Depot, Bear Down Roofing, Dorado Rock, Essential Pest Control, Goodfellas AC, Hughes Federal Credit Union, Factory Direct Mattress, Johnson Manley Company, and by Meridian Wealth Management. Wealth well managed, life well lived.
From offices and warehouses to retail spaces and restaurants, the right lighting transforms your environment. At Arizona Commercial Lighting, we've been proudly locally owned and operated for nearly 40 years. Our extensive inventory of in-stock lighting solutions is designed to meet both commercial and residential needs, with quality, variety, and value you won't find anywhere else. Visit us at 1436 East 17th Street or explore our offerings online at azcommerciallighting.com. Be sure to ask about available TEP rebates. Arizona Commercial Lighting, powering business through precision lighting.
Coach, Tommy Lloyd here. Right Way has important news.
Thinking about replacing your heating and air system? It's free furnace season at Right Way.
These are some of the slowest months of the year. We have equipment in stock and our crews are available.
And we're including an 80% furnace absolutely free with the purchase of an air conditioning system.
And if that's not enough, we're offering up to 60 months no interest financing, manufacturer and energy efficiency rebates, and 10-year parts and labor warranty.
Call or text 520-200-2422 today or visit rightwayac.com.
If it's worth doing, do it the right way.
Back your hometown favorite. Get your very own exclusive University of Arizona debit card from Hughes Federal Credit Union. Pair your new card with a free checking account that earns dividends with no monthly fees, no minimum balance, and convenient 24/7 online and mobile banking. Visit one of our 7 convenient branch locations to get your card instantly or open an account online at hughesfcu.org/wildcats. Show your Wildcat spirit all year long with Hughes Federal Credit Union. Certain restrictions apply. Insured by NCUA.
Hey, Eugene, what's with the giant pile of scratcher tickets?
With these scratchers, I'll win enough dough to enroll in the UberTube car repair classes and finally know how to fix your car right.
Well, then keep on scratching, Eugene.
Good luck on that, guys. But if you need a sure thing, check out Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. No appointment necessary, call ahead's welcome, or just stop by any of the 14 area locations.
And check out our full page of promotions and discounts at jackfurriers.com.
Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care since 1960, here to get you there.
Now that's what I call savings. If you're looking for a real truck, get up to $7,500 off a new 2026 Chevy Silverado, plus up to $2,500 off a 2026 Chevy Equinox, and $8,500 off the Equinox EV. It's all happening now at O'Reilly Chevrolet. Truck tough deals, real savings. Call us at 747-8000 or see us on Broadway next to Park Place Mall or on the web at O'Reilly.com. O'Reilly Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Experiencing the natural wonders comes easy at Rockin' K. Nestled at the base of the Rincon Mountain foothills, enjoy stunning mountain views up close every day. In the top-rated Vail School District, Rockin' K is close to work, shopping, and services. Tour 18 model homes by top-tier builders, offering move-in ready homes and special incentives. LiveRockingK.com. Proud U of A radio broadcast sponsor.
Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing. Always trust the big guy. Mention your Wildcats and receive $50 off any repair at coolwillies.com. Cool Willie's is proud to be a partner of the University of Arizona Wildcats basketball radio broadcast. Two powerful teams working hard for you to get the job done right every day. Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing. Big enough to help, small enough to care. Remember to mention your Wildcats and receive $50 off any repair. CoolWillies.com.
We are the rush, the pulse, the thrill you didn't see coming. Welcome to Club Soul at Casino del Sol, where Tucson's best just got better. Join Club Soul today and get $20 free play. That's right, your first play is on us. Play, earn, and unlock exclusive rewards that take your experience to the next level. More thrills, more perks, more of what makes Casino del Sol unforgettable. We are Club Soul, only at Casino del Sol and Casino of the Sun. Enterprise of the Bosco Yaqui Tribe.
At Goldberg and Osborne, we know Arizona. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we've fought and won cases for the injured since 1989. Throughout our history, we've approached every case with a single focus: you. And we've got thousands of 5-star reviews to prove it. Put us to work for you by calling 1-800-THE-EAGLE today.
Do you often worry you left your garage door open? With the LiftMaster Garage Door Opener powered by MyQ, you'll never worry again. You can control, secure, and monitor your garage from your smartphone anytime from anywhere through the MyQ app. As an authorized LiftMaster dealer, we have smart openers designed for your needs, including belt drive motors for ultra-quiet operation, integrated camera for live video streaming, and battery backup that lets you in when the power is out. The team at Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates are your locally owned LiftMaster professionals. Visit KaiserGarage.com to learn more.
You know it, your neighbors know it, and let's face it, the mailman knows it too. Your yard just isn't what it used to be, but thankfully, Dorado Rock Materials can get you, well, your yard anyway, back to what it once was, and even better. Dorado Rock Materials has just what your yard needs, from decorative rock to boulders and everything in between, brought right to you. And if you need help spreading it, we can help with that too. Dorado Rock Materials. The right service, the right product, the right price.
Hi, this is Natalie Fernandez at Meridian Wealth Management. And one of the hardest things I witness is when someone passes and they hadn't updated their beneficiaries properly beforehand. We all experience change in our lives, marriage, divorce, kids, and we work very hard for what we have. Leaving your legacy exactly the way you desire is important. This is your reminder to review all of your beneficiary designations today and at least annually. Seek guidance if you need it. Call our office at 520-719-1433 for more information.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
A Window Depot coverage of the Wildcats rolls on. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Gameday postgame show on Wildcats Radio 1290. Now, back to your hosts, David Kelly, the captain, Kelvin Yvonne, and J.W. Madden.
Jaden waits for Tobe. He'll catch it. Quick feed off Del Orso. Fire it to a driving Bradley. Reverse lane is good.
The baseline is wide open for Arizona. Ross Hodge, head coach for West Virginia, has seen enough. Timeout, Mountaineers.
We saw that a couple of times in this game where somebody found Jaden Bradley on the baseline for a layup. He finished with 8 points, 3 of 9 from the floor, 0 of 2 from 3, 2 of 5 from the line. 8 points, 0 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 turnovers, 3 steals. But we do have people who are actually a little concerned with Jaden Bradley. We'll get to that coming up here a little bit later. We've already gotten at least one comment on what's going on with Jaden Bradley. 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. Let's start things off with our guy, Doug, in Tucson. You're on Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Gameday, the postgame show.
Hey, guys. Bear down. I just have to first say that so many people commentators love to say, tonight at the game. There are times when the game is actually in the daytime. So I think it's just force of habit. Commentators love to say, oh, good game tonight. But I'm not big on the noon games. But I'll tell you why I'm really happy it was a noon game today. And that's because it's such a quick turnaround to Monday night.
Oh, yes. No question.
So that's actually really in our favor. If we had to play into the night tonight at 11 p.m. or 10 p.m., that's just a lot less hours of rehab for the guys, or rest for the guys.
And if I don't know what they're doing. Maybe I'll text Brian. I don't know if I would hope they're traveling tonight. I'd rather put them on the plane tonight and get them there for a full day tomorrow. And Kelvin, what do you think on that?
What they said in the post game was that they have practice, so they can't. That's not going to happen because what Brian said when he talked to Coach was something about practicing tomorrow.
Tomorrow before they go.
Yeah.
Okay. So sleep in your own bed, kind of thing. Yeah.
And it's not a long trip.
All right. No, it's not a long trip, but this is probably the shortest turnaround of the year. I mean, you have a tough home game against the rivals, and then you go clear out to Orlando. You come back. And DK, you said, last game against Cincinnati that the guys looked a little tired. And I was kind of worried about this game that, wow, if we were already looking tired against Cincy, how are we going to look on a noon tip-off against, a West Virginia team that's coming off of a nice road win? And, I didn't have to worry.
No.
Because, man, our guys, I think Kelvin even said it, our guys just kept bringing it from start to finish, like the full 40 minutes. And that was, great to see, a little surprised to see, I guess, but really amazing to see. And so even though, Burries is probably the player of the game, I think the MVP of this game is Tommy Lloyd, just for having his guys in the right mindset to, come out at home in a game where, you could have just gone through the motions. And, man, they just played hard on both ends the whole way.
I really liked, the energy right from the start, Doug. It was, and like you mentioned, it was clear that this team and again, they've been home now for 5 days. So I think, maybe Wednesday night, you're coming off that plane ride again. But now you have a chance with an actual homestand to get your feet a little bit grounded. And, I liked the energy right from the get-go today.
Yeah, and it was at every position. Krivas in the first half was just everywhere, going up for every ball, trying to finish around the rim, blocking shots, and probably not just the first half. And then, Yvonne just is constantly a locomotive. Wherever he is on the court, he's going to be a factor. And then Burries was aggressive, looking for his shot. It's just, I could go on and on. Every guy was engaged, looking for their teammates. I thought our passing was really on point today. Really encouraging to see. I thought, like I said, I thought maybe there would be some letdown, and that certainly wasn't the case. I kind of thought that maybe we could have gotten Koa Pete off the court a little earlier and get C.D. Gay in when we were already up by 25 to 30. But there was a segment there where there really wasn't much of a stoppage, so Tommy finally had to call a timeout just to get him off the court.
4 rebounds in 4 minutes to start the game by Motias Krivas. When you talk about how he dominated the glass early.
That's right. And then Awaka comes in and he's immediately got 5 rebounds. He wasn't able to finish at the rim all that well in the first half, but he got a few later on. But just the glass and the defense was just beautiful to see. And once again, I think they probably didn't log as many block shots as we got, because there were a few where we got a little tip on the ball and it affected shots. So I would call those block shots. But no, it's just great to see. And then you guys are probably following it, but the Houston Texas Tech game was pretty epic. I was watching that from my seats at McHale, and then also at traffic lights on the way home on my phone. I was taking a look. And
I hope you weren't driving.
That was a back and forth game. No,
I hope nobody police officers are listening.
No. Let's just say I was the passenger.
There you go.
No, but Houston doesn't lose many games. Kelvin can tell us, but so we kind of needed them to lose when they're playing at one of the other contenders in this league. We can't have them winning that game. So for them to drop a game right now, we're all alone in first place in the Big 12. And, we still have to play at Houston. So it would be great for Houston to drop another one so we can maybe have a little room for error there. Every team at the top has a tough schedule. They still have to play Iowa State and at Kansas. So it's a long way to go, but that was really helpful for us. But I'll just say this coming week, we'll be number 1 coming into 2 road venues. And I'm not even going to overlook the second one, but the first one is huge. Obviously, you've got Dibansa and the whole roster there. Was it Richie Saunders?
Yeah.
That's a tall task. But we handled them last year at their building, so I'm hoping that our guys will be able to come out with a win there on Monday night.
Doug, we always appreciate hearing from you and your thoughts on the game.
All right, have a good day.
Yeah, get a nice, as Tommy likes to say, get a nice dinner here in town on a Saturday
Tommy
night.
likes to say, get out of the gym and go enjoy the 75-degree weather. That's what he says.
I don't know if it was 75 today, though. But
It's good for recruiting, though. Yeah, a lot of good winter weather. Thanks, guys.
All right. Thanks, Doug. 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. When we come back, we'll head back down to McHale Center. We'll hear from the players, Toby Awaka and Koa Pete. Will hand out our Window Depot glass cleaner of the game. A couple of guys in double figures tonight. The two main dogs. Will it be just them, or will anybody else sneak in to the picture and grab that award tonight? 88-53, the final score. Number one, Arizona over West Virginia. Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day continues after this time out on Wildcats Radio 1290.
Essential Pest Control leaves bugs belly up with science.
You mean they don't use yesterday's newspaper?
No, they use the latest in technology and innovation to eliminate bugs, bees, termites, weeds, and more.
So no as seen on TV salt guns?
Nope, only solutions that target insect biology, using chemistry to help protect the environment, people, and their pets.
You are so smart.
Essential Pest Control leaves bugs belly up. Call 886-3029 or visit essentialpest.com.
The cold Arizona nights are here. Is your furnace ready? For just $59, Right Way is offering a complete system tune-up, ensuring your furnace runs efficiently to keep your home comfortable all season long. Routine maintenance is key to avoiding costly breakdowns. And with over 11,000 5-star Google reviews, you can trust Right Way to get the job done right. Plus, we'll include a free carbon monoxide test for your peace of mind. Call Right Way today at 520-640-2665 or visit us at rightwayac.com for your $59 complete system tune-up.
It's your time to shine. This is Desert Diamond Casino, the spot with Arizona's only hometown sportsbook, the hottest slots and tables, and off-the-charts energy you won't find anywhere else. Here, there's always a fun-filled, action-packed, downright unforgettable night right around the corner. So let your hair down. Turn the sparkle all the way up. It's time to live the diamond life. Desert Diamond Casino.
An enterprise of the Tohono O'odham Nation.
Up your game in a new Buick or GMC from Royal Buick GMC. At Royal, we always deliver a quality vehicle at a great price. Score a great deal with our no-pressure, non-commissioned sales staff and our transparent online pricing. Plus, Royal offers a 72-hour buyback guarantee. Score big at Royal Buick GMC, the dealership that's different. See dealer for details. Royal Buick GMC in the Tucson Auto Mall or RoyalTucson.com.
At Goldberg and Osborne, we know Arizona. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we've fought and won cases for the injured since 1989. Throughout our history, we've approached every case with a single focus: you. And we've got thousands of 5-star reviews to prove it. Put us to work for you by calling 1-800-THE-EAGLE today.
Hey, Eugene, what's with the giant pile of scratcher tickets?
With these scratchers, I'll win enough dough to enroll in the UberTube car repair classes and finally know how to fix your car right.
Well, then keep on scratching, Eugene.
Good luck on that, guys. But if you need a sure thing, check out Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. No appointment necessary. Call ahead's welcome, or just stop by any of the 14 area locations.
And check out our full page of promotions and discounts at jackfurriers.com.
Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care since 1960, here to get you there.
The garage is more than a place to park your car. It holds prized possessions, and for most, it's a bustling entryway to the home. That's why LiftMaster designed the first ever opener with a built-in wide-angle camera and two-way audio, so you can see what matters and secure what's inside. Ensure your family and prized possessions are secure with a reliable garage door opener that's built to last and powered by MyQ for smartphone control. The team at Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates are your locally owned LiftMaster professionals. Visit kaisergarage.com to learn more.
Why do I spend so much time educating our youth about financial wellness? I have seen the fire ignite inside of young adults when I show them how the power of compound investing can change their futures. This is Natalie Fernandez at Meridian Wealth Management, and I'm committed to affecting change with our youth. An idea for all of you listening today: gift a Roth IRA contribution for the holidays or birthdays for your kids and grandkids. Contact our office at 520-719-1433 for guidance and details. The change begins with us.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
Ugh, no, not the sink. Not now.
Plumbing issues can put your life on pause.
But with anytime emergency scheduling, the neighborly done right promise, and more, Mr. Rooter Plumbing will have your life flowing again in no time.
All fixed.
Much better.
Mr. Rooter is proud to cheer on the Cats. Mention this ad for 10% off any plumbing service. A win for the whole family. Bear down, Arizona.
Mr. Rooter Plumbing,
a neighborly company. Every day is a balancing act, with work, family, goals, all asking for more. It helps to have tools that meet you at every step and a team that will always be by your side. We're ICCU. We're a credit union that has been helping members achieve financial success since 1940. In fact, we put member success first, one by one, year after year, for 85 years and counting. Now, we're here for you, Tucson. Join us, ICCU.
The holidays are over, and right now is the best time to start your home renovation project. At the Window Depot, you get factory direct prices, no installers, no middleman, and serious savings. Windows, doors, cabinets, countertops, all in stock and ready to take home today. Perfect for DIYers and contractors who want to save thousands and get materials fast. New year, new projects at the lowest prices. Shop online at thewindowdepot.com or visit a location near you.
Broadway in Tucson presents the 20th anniversary season featuring 7 Tucson premieres, including Disney's Beauty and the Beast, Hell's Kitchen, Moulin Rouge, The Wiz, Back to the Future, Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and more. Secure your signature season tickets today and get the best seats at the lowest prices. Visit BroadwayInTucson.com and secure your 2025-2026 season tickets today.
A Window Depot coverage of the Wildcats rolls on. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day postgame show on Wildcats Radio 1290. Now, back to your hosts, David Kelly, the captain, Kelvin Yvonne, and J.W. Madden.
More to the bucket, laid up, no good. A walk of the Arizona rebound. Head to Bradley, cancel the ball the other way. Jaden lead pass to Koa Pete, lay it up and good.
No look. Half-court lob to your man, Mr.
Wow.
Arizona.
Wow.
Koa Pete, 17 points on 7 of 9 from the field today. He was 1 of 1 for 3, 2 of 4 from the line. 17 points, 7 rebounds, 2 blocked shots in 31 minutes. He had the highest plus-minus today at plus 35.
That pass, Kelvin, was real nice because, we don't see a lot of those, half court at the rim type lobs because, sometimes it takes some of the younger guys, especially, Tobe might not have the foot speed to be out there, in front of the pack, but Koa does, right? And so getting active and being ready, and obviously Jaden Bradley saw him that whole way, and that was a really nice executed half court lob.
And I have to say, I didn't think he was that athletic. When you look at him, he's kind of a big guy, kind of play bully ball. But I didn't expect for him to get up like that. And that ball was up by the box.
While we're talking Koa, the cross leg, the between the legs cross to lose his defender, 2 dribbles, righty layup at the rim might have been the nicest move I've ever seen Koa Pete make. He made that in the second half today. He had defensive pressure. The defender went for the steal, and he instantly crossed between his legs, went right by the dude, and finished moving to the right, kind of fading away from the shot blocker. Just unbelievable. But you're right. I mean, he just doesn't – you don't look at a guy like that, the way he's built, Kelvin, and think that he can move the way he does. That's what makes him so special.
520-848-1290 is that I'm going to get in on the program. Let's head back down to McHale Center and hear from Toby Awaka and Koa Pete after an 88-53 win over West Virginia.
How impressive was Brayden today?
He played well. He played great. He does what Brayden does. He's a tremendous scorer, uber talented, and he shows it in practice and shows it in games. So, just really what I expected honestly.
How important was it to not look ahead to BYU and some of these bigger games coming up with an opponent like West Virginia that has had some quality games this year?
I think it's just important to take it one game at a time, understanding that, we have a target on our back. There's a lot of media attention. There's a lot of focus on us. So just knowing that every single team that's going to come in is going to give us our best shot.
For either of you, what does 20-0 mean?
I mean, to us, I think, like Tobe said, we're just taking it one game at a time, trying to win one game every week. However many games we have, we're just trying to take it one game at a time. And I think we've been doing a good job at, just getting ready for these games, getting prepared, and we've been victorious. So I think we just got to keep doing what we're doing and keep getting better as a team.
You guys feel like defensively in particular, you're getting better. In 2 games, you kept them under, 36% or something?
I mean, coaches always harping on us about, just playing defense, being in the stance, helping our brothers out when they get beat, simple stuff like that. But I think we were good defensively tonight, and we just keep getting better at that. Like I said, keep trying to get better at everything.
Is there any specific things like that, like you say, not getting beat? There's certain dynamics that are just working better defensively now that you're so far into the season that you just.
I would say just staying on our day ones, being locked in practice, and just coming out with the urgency to play defense.
How good is this front court of yours? You guys are almost interchangeable parts.
I'm just uber talented. I think we're a group that looks out for each other a lot, with the high low and all that kind of stuff. So, and then credit the coach, he's putting us in position to be successful, drawing up plays, and all that kind of stuff where we can sort of work off each other. So, it's a pleasure to work with Mo and Koa, for sure.
Do you two and Mo have a green light when there's an open 3? Is there ever a situation where you're like, coaches wouldn't want us to do this?
I mean, Coach just lets us go out there and play. He's not going to tell us it's a bad shot if we're open. He tells us to let it rip with confidence, and he tells that to all the players, not just the bigs.
Can you talk about the team's chemistry? When teams are really well or do well, you can't fake it. You know what I'm saying? You guys are pretty good with the chemistry. Just talk about that.
Yeah, I think everybody's super close on the team, especially off the court, and that leads to on the court success. So I think we all want what's best for each other, and we're an unselfish group, and we all love each other. So yeah.
You guys have played in some pretty hostile environments like UConn this season. How is that going to help you guys for Monday night?
Honestly, it's just about staying true to who we are. Honestly, obviously, kudos to BYU. They're a great team. They're having a great season. But we just got to focus on what we do as a team. What's gotten us this far. Just to keep things out of. That coach has been harping on, rebounding, defense, staying true to who we are, in terms of our identity. So, yeah.
Do you remember anything about playing up there last year?
Yeah, I mean, it was a great environment. Fans showed out for sure. And, we're expecting that to be, an instance again this year. So, we're just, again, just taking it game by game, not trying to look ahead. We're happy with the result today, and then, we'll worry about BYU. Coming up.
What do you remember about playing alongside AJ DeVanza during the summer?
He's a great kid. He's a good friend of mine. Really talented, really lengthy. He's a good player. So I'm excited to go up in Provo and say what's up to him and play against him.
Well, even back then, were you guys already talking about getting to play against each other at some point?
I mean, I've been playing against those guys my whole life. So especially at the USA camp. So obviously, we're going to meet when you're top of the class, so yeah.
How do you go about defending him, either for Tobe or Koa?
I mean, I think it's just a matter of watching films, picking out his tendencies, seeing what he likes to do. Again, we're just taking it game by game, not trying to jump ahead and look at teams coming up, because we know that February is going to be a tough stretch. So again, just game by game, and we'll key on each team as they come.
You said you obviously, like you said, you played with these guys for a long time with AJ. Like, how did you create that dynamic when you're on USA? All you guys obviously could be the leading scorers, but yet everybody's kind of making sacrifices. How did especially with him, what was that like?
I think that's just basketball in general. When you have a good team, everyone needs to find their niche. So I mean, and especially when you're playing for the USA basketball team, we have one goal, and that's to win. So I don't think really the players really cared about their stats or anything. We just wanted to win.
You're on the floor with Mo. How do you guys play together with each other's strengths?
It's super fun to play with Mo. I think, again, the high-low was a big thing. And then just us crashing the glass, I think he draws so much attention in the paint where it kind of makes it easier for me sometimes to go and chase the ball. And then he's just a smart, high-level player. So, when he catches it in the post, he'll make reads. So he'll throw that dump-down pass, if I cut from the top of the key. So, yeah, it's just really fun to play with him for sure.
Cole, was there any play this past summer that AJ made during those few weeks that made you
So Jose noticed more than perhaps others?
I mean, he's a great player. You know, he's going to make special plays. So, I mean, I don't think there's a specific play, but, you know, he's a good player, so he's always going to, you know, score the ball and do crazy things.
All set. All right. Thanks, guys.
All right. Coapete, Toby Awaka after an 88-53 win over the West Virginia Mountaineers. So let's go to a comment we have on from K-Dub, who's watching on YouTube. We have J-Dub here. K-Dub, who always watches the show on YouTube. I mentioned earlier we had a concern about Jaden Bradley. He says, my only concern right now is JB. His normally money mid-range jumper hasn't been falling, and he's missing free throws. Going to need those shots to fall versus the great teams. I've been wishing Tommy would start working in the 9th, 10th man on the bench with 6-7 minutes left of these obvious blowout games. One of these games, foul trouble going to force a player into the game. I'm only worried about JB's normally extremely reliable mid-range game and free throws. His defense, leadership, and driving in the lane are still the best in the country. JB, 3 of 9 today. Obviously 3 of 7 from 2 because he shot 2 3-point shots. Thoughts on that? I mean, he has not necessarily made a lot of those shots. I'll have to go back and look what the totality of that is over the last few games, but he hasn't made a lot of those mid-range jumpers recently.
You know, personally, I didn't really notice it like that. I did notice he missed a couple, but not like hurting the team wise because, and I keep emphasizing this, you know, offensive rebound, guess who's getting them? Our guys. Right. And he has a soft touch because usually, again, he's taking those shots in the mid-range or he's at the bucket. So, you know, a couple times I think he's they're getting to be a little physical with him as he's driving. I think he also is getting contact at the basket. But that's how it goes. You never see him complain at all. And I guarantee you when you need him, he's going to be there to close. So he did miss a few free throws, and I'm sure he was more disappointed with himself than we are. But I'll tell you what, guys, I don't mind him missing some shots in these blowouts because guess what it's going to do with a guy like him? He's going to get to the gym, and he's going to work on that mid-range. He's going to work on that free throw, and he's going to be better, going down the stretch.
I mean, literally 7 days ago, he went 6 for 11 from the field and 11 for 13 from the line for 23 points and on great efficiency. Last game out, he went 2 for 10, and today he was 3 for 9. So I understand the commentators talking literally about the last 2 games, but if you think about the consistency of a player of that caliber in the senior year who's been there, done that, I mean, that's the way basketball works. Sometimes shots are not going to go. And, you know, what player in basketball history, Kelvin, has shot 100%? 0. None of them, even the greats. So I'm not worried at all about JB's mid-range. In fact, if there's a shot from any player on this team outside of a Mo Krivas dunk by himself, it's JB from 12 feet in the lane, rising up as the defender's momentum is carrying him back because he didn't expect JB to stop on a dime like that. I just think, the defense we're seeing, especially the Cincinnati defense, that's a top 15 defense in the country, okay? And the West Virginia defense was designed to push everything to the outside. It's the anti-Miller defense. Sean Miller pushes everything to the rim for shot blockers. That style of defense is to push everything to the outside, to the sidelines. So, they were seeing so many extra bodies. Every time you saw JB get into these comfortable spots right there in the lane, Kelvin, like, if he gets 8 to 10 feet out, on either side of the lane, that's where he loves to get busy. And he was seeing an extra defender every time he got to that spot today. So you saw a lot of pivots, a lot of pick up the dribble and pivot back and kick the ball back out again. As far as the longevity and long-term effects of him shooting poorly the last 2 games, personally, no, I'm not worried about it at all. As Kelvin said, there's nobody on this team that you want to take a big shot late in games. He's proven it time and time again whenever they need him. I judge Jaden Bradley on how his shot making in the last 3 minutes of a 5-point game versus a top 10 team this year has been impeccable. I don't necessarily judge it in a 30-point blowout.
2 for 5 today at the free throw line for Jaden Bradley. And again, but that's not been an issue, I don't think, at all. I said the free throw shooting, he's prior to that, he was 15 of 17 in the 2 prior games prior to that, and he's shooting 83%.
Yeah, 83 for your point guard is just fine.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. All right, time now for our Window Depot Glass Cleaner of the Game Award, and we had 14 for Toby Awaka. We had 12 for Mo Krivas. Toby had 4 at the offensive end of this game. J-Dub mentioned that first one was just unbelievable where he split the two guys to get it. This is tough for me today. Let's see who else. Maybe you had Koa had 7. I go back to where I think I like to go back to where I felt the game kind of, and again, it's a 40-minute game, but there's always a critical stretch in the game where I think the Wildcats either take over, and I thought that was early for me today, which is what I wanted to see. And again, I just thought because Mo's the starter and because, in that first 6-7 minutes, every shot that went up, he was grabbing. I mentioned it when Doug called 4 at that, and I marked on my sheet 4 rebounds before that we even got to that first 16-minute timeout of the first half. I got to go with Mo again because I just think that when the game is being decided, he's really dominating.
I was literally thinking the same thing. Like, I think that all boards are impactful, and Mo Krivas there in the first half. I'll add another stat onto that, DK. It was 21-20 at halftime. So West Virginia was in the rebounding battle at halftime. They were only down 1 board. Moteas Krivas with 9 rebounds there in the first half.
Yeah.
A lot of those critical boards in traffic, 2 hands straight up, Kelvin. I think Moteas Krivas today should win the Tobe Walker Rebounding Award. However, if you want to give it to Tobe, Tobe should win it every single game. I just think, as you said, DK, the most impactful boards to me today were Moteas Krivas in traffic in that first half.
Yeah. Kelvin?
Well, actually, it was a walker for me today because I think he only had like 4 going into the second half because he was in foul trouble much of the first half.
Right. He got a lot in the second half.
Yeah. Man. I remember the guy saying, he's not having on
he had
TV.
9 of his in the second half.
Yeah, I remember on TV and they were saying, he's not having his normal good game. And then next thing you know, you look up and he got 14 because he came back in that second half and he was like Pac-Man. Everything that came up, he gobbled it up, man. And I don't know. To me, when teams I can't necessarily say they was trying to make a run to come back, but when they're trying to claw and fight back in the game and you're just basically snatching every board and just killing all their dreams. That's what I felt about those rebounds. Every one of those 9 was just killing their dreams of even having a chance of coming back.
All right, 2 votes for Moteas Krivas, 1 for Toby Awaka. So it goes to Moteas Krivas tonight. He is your Window Depot glass cleaner of the game. Window Depot, lowest prices, biggest inventory. Shop thewindowdepot.com. Quick update on your the Goldberg and Osborne Injury Lawyers scoreboard in Ames, Iowa. It is all Cyclones today against Arizona women's basketball, 70-48 with about 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Jada Williams, 17 points, so she's not going to drop a 40-piece on her old team. But
you
a
see
solid
that, Kelvin? 44 the other day.
Yeah, 44. 17. She has turned it over 7 times in the game. Audi Crooks has 12, so they're getting contributions from a lot of different players tonight in that ball game. Nalani Cornfield has 12 to lead U of A, 70-48 with about 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. We'll update you on that game as it gets into the fourth quarter and goes final.
51%.
Yeah.
Cats are shooting. That's not something we've been seeing a lot this year, but those 13 big turnovers is a big reason why that's lopsided.
Yeah, and Iowa State's shooting 66. So there you have it.
That too.
There you're there. All right, Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day. Get another timeout. Come back. We'll find out who beat the book. We'll review our keys to the game. We'll get the rest of the scoreboard, hear from the coach, Tommy Lloyd, as well. Kelvin Efon is here. JW Madden. I'm David Kelly. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
Coach, Tommy Lloyd here. Right Way has important news.
Thinking about replacing your heating and air system? It's free furnace season at Right Way.
These are some of the slowest months of the year. We have equipment in stock and our crews are available.
And we're including an 80% furnace absolutely free with the purchase of an air conditioning system.
And if that's not enough, we're offering up to 60 months no interest financing, manufacturer and energy efficiency rebates, and 10-year parts and labor warranty.
Call or text 520-200-2422 today or visit rightwayac.com.
If it's worth doing, do it the right way.
Everyone loves to get together for food, fun, and sports. But what's the best spot? I'm Josh Bishop, owner of Fork and Fire, Catalina, and Oro Valley. My brother, best friend, and I have been cooking for one another and for our neighbors for years, and we get to live our passion every day at Fork and Fire. At our Catalina Grill, you'll love the elevated bar fare and barbecue, served in our relaxed and fun neighborhood grill. Fork and Fire Catalina, where great food meets good times and a strong community. Bring everyone on down to Fork and Fire in Catalina and Oro Valley.
Do you often worry you left your garage door open? With the LiftMaster Garage Door Opener powered by MyQ, you'll never worry again. You can control, secure, and monitor your garage from your smartphone anytime from anywhere through the MyQ app. As an authorized LiftMaster dealer, we have smart openers designed for your needs, including belt drive motors for ultra-quiet operation, integrated camera for live video streaming, and battery backup that lets you in when the power is out. The team at Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates are your locally owned LiftMaster professionals. Visit kaisergarage.com to learn more.
Up your game in a new Buick or GMC from Royal Buick GMC. At Royal, we always deliver a quality vehicle at a great price. Score a great deal with our no-pressure, non-commissioned sales staff and our transparent online pricing. Plus, Royal offers a 72-hour buyback guarantee. Score big at Royal Buick GMC, the dealership that's different. See dealer for details. Royal Buick GMC in the Tucson Auto Mall or royaltucson.com.
We are the rush, the pulse, the thrill you didn't see coming. Welcome to Club Soul at Casino del Sol, where Tucson's best just got better. Join Club Soul today and get $20 free play. That's right, your first play is on us. Play, earn, and unlock exclusive rewards that take your experience to the next level. More thrills, more perks, more of what makes Casino del Sol unforgettable. We are Club Soul, only at Casino del Sol and Casino of the Sun. Enterprise of the Bosco Yaqui Tribe.
At Goldberg and Osborne, we know Arizona. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we've fought and won cases for the injured since 1989. Throughout our history, we've approached every case with a single focus: you. And we've got thousands of 5-star reviews to prove it. Put us to work for you by calling 1-800-THE-EAGLE today.
Family outgrowing your car? Hughes Federal Credit Union can help you get the car you want and the rate you need. Hughes is one of the only financial institutions in the country that doesn't switch loan rates based on a qualified buyer's credit score. That means you get our one-rate guarantee regardless of your credit score. We promise. When it's time for your next new or used car, Hughes is here to take you further. Check out our low rates on hughesfcu.org/auto and apply today. Certain restrictions apply. Insured by NCUA.
Hey, Eugene, what's with the giant pile of scratcher tickets?
With these scratchers, I'll win enough dough to enroll in the UberTube car repair classes and finally know how to fix your car right.
Well, then keep on scratching, Eugene.
Good luck on that, guys. But if you need a sure thing, check out Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. No appointment necessary, call ahead's welcome, or just stop by any of the 14 area locations.
And check out our full page of promotions and discounts at jackfurriers.com.
Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care since 1960, here to get you there.
Think of waking up with energy, standing tall and feeling free. Think First Chiropractic, good health is to enjoy.
First Chiropractic is pleased to announce that Access Health Plans now cover chiropractic care. A referral by your PCP is required. For more information, go to firstchiro.com, the most trusted name in chiropractic care. A proud U of A radio sponsor.
First Chiropractic, good health is to enjoy.
Looking for top-notch lumber and framing? Johnson Manley Lumber has been your trusted expert since 1970, specializing in both residential and commercial projects. Our experienced teams, cutting-edge technology, and reliable supply chain ensure your framing is on time and on budget every time. We're proud to be employee-owned and community-rooted in Tucson. Learn more at johnsonmanley.net. Proud supporter of the University of Arizona radio broadcast. Go Wildcats.
Advantage Air Mechanical, the team you can trust. Call 792-9400.
When it comes to the comfort and indoor air quality of your home and office, Advantage Air Mechanical has you covered. Breathing healthy air and having reliable air conditioning is important. If you or someone you know is in need of air conditioning services or a new system installation, we are here to help. Advantage Air Mechanical, 792-9400. AZROC 214570.
Now that's what I call savings. Looking for strength and value? Get $2,000 off a new 2025 Chevy Trailblazer, $3,000 off a 2025 Chevy Traverse, and up to $4,500 off a 2025 Chevy Colorado. That's real muscle, real savings. Right now at O'Reilly Chevrolet. Call us at 747-8000. See us on Broadway next to Park Place Mall or on the web at O'Reilly.com. O'Reilly Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Bear down, Wildcat Nation. Our Window Depot coverage of U of A basketball continues. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day, a full wrap-up of today's Wildcats contest. Top takeaways, reaction from the players and head coach Tommy Lloyd, plus your thoughts on what you saw. The postgame show is brought to you by Meridian Wealth Management. Wealth well managed, life well lived. This is your home for Arizona basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Out to set a screen, Laurent. Huff dribbles right, double team. Throws it away to Aristode. Here's Dwayne driving the other way. 1 second left. Lay it up and good! At the half. Cats by 20.
That was a pretty nice play there to get that ball to Dwayne Aristode to get a bucket at the end of the clock to go in up 20 points, 43-23.
I was yelling, shoot it, so loud at that point.
And he got that ball himself. He stole that.
Oh, yeah. And that finish, too. I mean, that was a nice finish. At like maybe 0.2 on the clock when it left his hands, but he went around the other defender, so it was really nice.
88-53, the score. In terms of Dwayne Aristode, he came, let's see, what he finished with 6 points, 2 of 5 in 18 minutes, took 3 threes. Now, he came in right away and took a couple of quick three-point shots, I thought. And I was kind of wondering, I was like, yeah, maybe he's trying to get himself in the flow because he hasn't really had a lot of scoring opportunities lately. And it's interesting because you heard Toby Waka kind of talk about, somebody asked the question about, what's in terms of, does Tommy care when the bigs are taking three-point shots and whatnot? And obviously, we've seen Dwayne be able to make those. But what did you guys make of that? He came in really tried to get up a couple of maybe quick shots to see maybe if he could get them make quickly.
From my experience of being a player, I feel like he had been knocking shots down at practice at a high rate, and he felt good going into the game. He probably made all the shots in the pregame warm-up, and then in the shoot-around, he was making his shots, and he felt so good and told himself, when I get in the game, when I get open, I'm letting it rip, as Coach say. That's what Coach says, and I guarantee you that's what he said to Aristode as well, because to me, he's the best, shooter. If he had as many attempts as some of these other guys, I guarantee you he probably would have made just as many or more. But with that being said, I just thought that he was open for those shots, and and the team was playing well, and hey, you take it.
Yeah, again, I mean, they were doing some kind of 2-3 matchup, wizardry, and the way you get out of that is to shoot them out of it. And Dwayne Aristode is the best percentage shooter on the team. Real quick on national pundits and three-point shooting and all this, I'll explain to the listeners how this works. Positive news does not sell in the modern times. Negative news sells. So you don't talk about how Arizona is the most unbeatable team of all time. You talk about the one fault that you look at, which is maybe they're not a great three-point shooting team, and that's what you talk about to get your clicks. That's fine. But the issue is if everybody just talks about how this powerhouse, dominant physical force of an Arizona Wildcats basketball team needs to make more threes to win, you know what ends up happening? Guys like Dwayne Aristode might hear rumors of that, any of the players, Kelvin, and all of a sudden they're playing a 40-minute game, not doing exactly what the coaching staff put together, their game plan, but in the back of their mind thinking, I got to prove these idiots around the country that we can make threes. And that's not what this Arizona team is built for. So, yeah, you got to take open looks to keep the defense honest. That's what this team is built on. And there are certain guys like Deli and like Dwayne Aristode you want to let loose. You want them to take all of those shots when they have a couple of feet of space. But hunting three-point shots is the last thing this Arizona team needs to do. I think Dwayne Aristode, as you were speaking, came in, saw the other guys. It wasn't him. I mean, before he even got on the court, Kelvin, they had already got up 14 or 15. I mean, they took a lot of threes in the first 10 minutes of that game. versus that zone a couple early in the shot. They could have worked it around a little bit more, got those back doors like they did to JB. But Dwayne Aristode saw that, and he's like, okay, well, that's what I do really, really well. I'm going to come in and show these guys I can shoot. And, yeah, we want him to shoot all those shots, just not hunting threes when you're so dominant at the rim.
That's why I thought in terms of now, let's move it over to some of the other bigs. Like I thought Motias Krivas passed up a couple of three-point opportunities early in the game. Again, and I said it before, I'm comfortable with Mo or Toby taking those shots when we're up double digits in a game. And I think at the one time that I noted that Krivas passed one up, we were up 12. I thought maybe, okay, he got it. He turned around. There was nobody there. My thought was shoot it. He didn't shoot it. He just kept working it around. Second half, he felt more comfortable taking that shot. And he made it. So I'm okay. If he had taken maybe, I thought there were, like I said, twice in the first half, take those two in the first half as well.
The one he took, what it is like Motias Krivas is great, Kelvin, when he's the last trailing player in the play and nobody picks him up and he gets a shovel pass and his momentum is already carrying him into two-step right into his shot from the top of the key. And that's, I think, primarily, I would say 80% of the threes we've seen him take this year have been that exact same scenario. And that's your momentum carrying you right into the fluidity of your shot. You got to take that every time, especially if the big's way, way off, just to show, hey, again, drop coverage will prevent them from dunking at the rim. You got to get them out of that a little bit. If you're going to give me that much space, Kelvin, I'm going to take it.
Yeah, no, I think he's picking his spots, and I think that's smart, especially early in the games when you know you're a dominant inside guy. You don't want to give any guys a break by taking a jump shot. So I'm gonna move it around and see if my guys will catch me on the inside. Where he's been very effective at. But when again taking that shot in rhythm coming up the court is a lot different from that swing pass when you're getting it from the wing, because when you're getting it from the wing, you automatically look high-low. So that takes out the rhythm of just catch and shoot. So you automatically look high-low, and now you basically into a situation where you've hesitated, and now you finna shoot a three. That's not the rhythm that you want to take that shot.
When your shoulders are already square and you're coming down, that's fine. But coming off a curl, like when you're coming off the baseline and you're coming around a screen, Kelvin, and you got to turn your body as a shooter, you got to catch the ball and go into your motion and square your shoulders all in one motion in a split second, isn't necessarily something you want those bigs doing.
Right.
But catching and shooting from the outside, I mean, Mo's done it. We've seen Tobe do it. Koa had a couple tonight, even though that one, his foot was his big toe was on the line for that second one. But yeah, no, all those guys have, I wouldn't say an ultimate green light, but they have the ability to shoot, and coaches are going to tell them, hey, you get that shot. I mean, go ahead.
And great to see, obviously, Delly make a few today, and that one in the first half in particular to end his 0 for 15 drought that he was on. That was well needed for his confidence, obviously, and for the team to see him kind of be able to do it as well.
My favorite part of that was Coach Lloyd turned to the crowd and threw his hands up like this to get the crowd to make as much noise, Kelvin, as humanly possible after Delly hit that shot. And I was like, I was like, man, that is great coaching right there.
Right, because he wanted him to feel the love and to see that the crowd still has his back. And man, that was perfect form on that shot. The second one, what I loved about it was Coach called a play. It was a play. And I think DK asked for that, for some plays to get ran to get Delly going. One of you guys did.
You did. I think you asked for that.
Well, maybe with J Dub.
Yeah. Okay.
And his, but what I'm saying with that is that creating that play to get him open right there, and he missed that shot. But it shows confidence. It's one thing for you as a coach to say, stay aggressive, and when you get a chance, take it. Then when you say, hey, run this play that we've been practicing for you, and when you get it, if you open, let it go. He missed it, but he was in his rhythm. He got off the floor high, followed through, looked like a great shot, and that's what the guys want to see. These guys see him shoot every day at practice. We have shooting contests at practice, and I'm sure Delly is probably a hard guy.
There's a whiteboard somewhere, man, with a bunch of tick marks on it, and Delly's probably leading it.
I guarantee you.
4 of 8 for Anthony Del Orso, 2 of 5 from 3, 2 of 2 from Lonnie at 12 points in the ball game in 18 minutes. 88-53, Arizona 20-0 as they win it by 35 points at home over West Virginia. Let's find out who beat the book tonight.
Did the Cats beat the spread? It's time to find out how we bet the book and if we beat the book. Bet the Book is sponsored by Casino del Sol. Casino del Sol, home of award-winning dining, gaming, resorts, and golf.
All right, Arizona went into this game as a 14.5-point favorite. 17.5 point favorite. Everybody was pretty comfortable with that number. And so everybody took Arizona and laid that 17.5 points. The over-under was 144.5. 88.53 is 141. Just came in under. Everybody took the over on that. So we have one winning ticket and one losing ticket for everyone tonight on the spread. Winners on the over-under, losers tonight. Again, I'll mention if you missed the what I said before. I was like, it's like at that point with the game well in hand. Now you're thinking, okay, can they get to the over? Can they get to the over? Can they get to the over? Exactly. Addison, take that three.
Yeah.
And if they had the ball, if they could have scored on that last possession to at least get it to one, I think you could have gotten it because I think West Virginia would have gone down and probably tried to get a better shot there.
I'm going to go on a limb here and say Arizona's not responsible for that not covering. Oh, they are. Their defense was really what made that number not come in what we thought. 34%.
Well, and I will say this. I thought West Virginia had good looks. They just missed a lot of shots tonight. I thought there was plenty of shots that were open that could have been made that weren't made tonight.
How about this, Kelvin? Like when you 1 out of every 10 shots you see is open. Right, you're waiting for the ghost to come. Like you've been playing all game. You've been seeing hands in your faces all game. You've seen nothing but muscles, and all of a sudden you get a clean look at the rim. In the back of your head, you're like, okay, where's this Wildcat player coming from? That's what I saw. It felt just like it almost looked like Arizona had 6 guys out there a couple of times. I mean, they were just flying around defensively.
And I actually thought we didn't cover because I felt like we should have at least scored 96 in this game.
Mm-hmm.
At least 96. There were some opportunities that we probably could have scored some more buckets on the inside. I mean,
there was a lot of putbacks that didn't go today.
There you go. I thought more also because I thought they were going to have a tough time scoring. I'm telling you, I watched them play and I was like, they're not really running any sets, anything that's really getting their guys open. You got a guy that's throwing up a bunch of threes, and I was like, we've been doing very well against those guys. So those type of 3-point shooters. So yeah, I didn't see no way for them to score, but I was like, how are they going to stop us? I was just really looking at it, and tough day for Jaden Bradley as far as for my cover is concerned. Not for his game. His game, forget people's bets. For his game, I thought he played well. The shots that he got was his shots that he normally take. I guarantee you he's going to go look at those shots. We all go look at our misses. We don't really look at our makes, but we definitely look at our misses, and he's going to go look at it, and he's going to put more emphasis on whatever that's not going right, and he's going to fix the free throw because, yes, he's definitely better than 2 for 5.
One of my favorite plays this game was Ivan Karchenkov got switched up on a ball screen at the top, and he left his man, and the ball got reversed back to him, and he was wide open, and he made it. And Ivan Karchenkov, Kelvin, was so mad that he got switched up and got confused and wasn't on his man because he takes it so seriously. And if you go back and watch that play, it epitomizes that attitude of he gets mad when his guy scores on him. And you could see it when he's moving his feet and staying in front of drivers or whatever. But that play, where one of the very few times all season the freshman got a little switched up and a little confused, and his man was open and hit a 3, and the way he took that personal, Kelvin. He took it personal.
Yeah, he reminds me of the guys that count their wins at the local rec. He counted them. I mean, I went undefeated. We was 10-0. Right? I beat everybody there. Guaranteed.
520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. This is Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day. You can call us at that number. You can also text us at that number. Check in on the text groove. We'll read your text on the air. We're streaming this program on a number of different streaming platforms in terms of video. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitch. We've also got the Instagram video feed up and rolling tonight. We still have not figured out our Facebook issue. Facebook just kicks people off and asks for codes that we're never set up, and
There's actually no human beings left on Facebook.
Yeah,
It's just all
exactly.
robots. So don't worry about it.
You can't get anywhere with trying to fix issues if you have any with Facebook. So we'll continue to try to work on that and get our Facebook feed going. But you can also comment on our Facebook page. We can still access our comments, and we can post and whatnot to Facebook. I just can't change some things to get the video feed back up over there. So right now, but we're on YouTube. Most people watch on YouTube anyway. And like I said, Instagram is up and flowing as well. 520-848-1290. We have some texts that have come in. We'll get to those coming up. We'll also, again, hear from the head coach. And as well, when we come back, we'll hear from Jaden Bradley, who chatted with Mackenzie Hamilton after the game. Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day, 88-53, U of A, number 1 in the country over West Virginia. Kelvin Efon is here. JW Madden, I'm David Kelly. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
Bet the Book is sponsored by Casino del Sol. Casino del Sol, home of award-winning dining, gaming, resorts, and golf.
Wildcat fans, why wait for a great night's sleep? At Factory Direct Mattress of Tucson, you get comfort for life and deals you can't get anywhere else. Shop top-rated brands like the award-winning Puffy, Lisa, and our FDM lineup, all at Factory Direct Savings. No gimmick, no pressure, just comfort that helps you wake up feeling like a champion. Find us at 3936 West Ina Road or at fdmtucson.com. That's fdmtucson.com. Easy to find, easy to say. Stop by today, sleep better tonight, and get ready for Arizona's next victory.
If you could rewind 10 years, what would you do differently? Buy Apple stock at $20? Skip the Ghost Pepper Challenge? Maybe even rethink the skinny jeans. Nate here, owner of Blue Sky Pest Control. Some regrets are harmless, termite damage isn't. You can't go back in time, but you can keep termites from eating your future. Call Blue Sky Pest Control today for your free termite inspection. Hello, Blue Sky. Goodbye, pests.
Up your game in a new Buick or GMC from Royal Buick GMC. At Royal, we always deliver a quality vehicle at a great price. Score a great deal with our no-pressure, non-commissioned sales staff and our transparent online pricing. Plus, Royal offers a 72-hour buyback guarantee. Score big at Royal Buick GMC, the dealership that's different. See dealer for details. Royal Buick GMC in the Tucson Auto Mall or royaltucson.com.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
As the new year begins, Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing would like to thank you for allowing us to serve Tucson and the surrounding communities for the past 25 years. Whether it is a small water leak or a full air conditioning replacement, we do it all, big or small. For professional service, call Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing at 520-492-0748 or make your appointment online at picturerockscooling.com.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
At Goldberg and Osborne, we know Arizona. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we've fought and won cases for the injured since 1989. Throughout our history, we've approached every case with a single focus: you. And we've got thousands of 5-star reviews to prove it. Put us to work for you by calling 1-800-THE-EAGLE today.
Essential Pest Control leaves bugs belly up with science.
You mean they don't use yesterday's newspaper?
No, they use the latest in technology and innovation to eliminate bugs, bees, termites, weeds, and more.
So no as seen on TV salt guns?
Nope, only solutions that target insect biology, using chemistry to help protect the environment, people, and their pets.
You are so smart.
Essential Pest Control leaves bugs belly up. Call 886-3029 or visit essentialpest.com.
Hi, this is Natalie Fernandez with Meridian Wealth Management. As a boutique fiduciary investment firm, our clients have trusted us to guide them down their financial paths for decades. Whether you are an individual or family, business, foundation, or nonprofit, we are committed to your long-term goals and financial futures. We are proud supporters of the Tucson community and all that makes our city so special. Visit online at meridianwealthllc.com to learn more about Meridian today.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
Looking for quality windows without the wait? Come to the Window Depot. We carry a huge selection of Milgard windows, in stock now and ready for pickup. Need something custom? No problem. From new construction to full home replacement, we'll help you order the perfect Milgard windows built to fit your space, style, and budget. Whether you're a homeowner or contractor, the Window Depot makes it easy to get the windows you need fast. Visit thewindowdepot.com to find a location near you and see why we're your Milgard window experts.
It's your time to shine. This is Desert Diamond Casino, the spot with Arizona's only hometown sportsbook, the hottest slots and tables, and off-the-charts energy you won't find anywhere else. Here, there's always a fun-filled, action-packed, downright unforgettable night right around the corner. So let your hair down, turn the sparkle all the way up. It's time to live the diamond life. Desert Diamond Casino.
An enterprise of the Thama Ogden Nation. Every day is a balancing act, with work, family, goals, all asking for more. It helps to have tools that meet you at every step and a team that will always be by your side. We're ICCU. We're a credit union that has been helping members achieve financial success since 1940. In fact, we put member success first, one by one, year after year, for 85 years and counting. Now, we're here for you, Tucson. Join us, ICCU.
Wildcat fans, where do you go when the final buzzer sounds? You don't head home. You head to Roadhouse Cinemas and Roadies, Tucson's home court for great food, craft beer, and nonstop fun. At Roadies, you can bowl, throw an axe, play arcade games, or grab a burger while the next game plays on the massive screens. Then, catch the newest movies right next door at Roadhouse Cinemas with luxury recliners and full in-seat dining. Game days, movie nights, anytime. Make it a win at Roadhouse Cinemas and Roadies on the corner of Grant and Swan.
Experiencing the natural wonders comes easy at Rockin' K. Nestled at the base of the Rincon Mountain foothills, enjoy stunning mountain views up close every day. 6 model homes are now open to tour at Del Webb at Rockin' K. Here, life is about more than just beautiful homes. It's about the experiences waiting outside your front door at this new 55-plus active adult neighborhood. LiveRockingK.com. Designed by nature. Proud U of A radio broadcast sponsor.
Wildcats Radio 1290 studios are brought to you by ICCU at ICCU.com. KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus media station. A Window Depot coverage of the Wildcats rolls on. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Gameday postgame show on Wildcats Radio 1290. Now, back to your hosts, David Kelly, the captain, Kelvin Yvonne, and J.W. Madden.
On the run, quickly down into the lane. Burries to the bucket, laid up and good.
Transition, just Burries never impeded all the way down the floor after he collected the defensive rebound all the way for a layup.
Brayden Burries, big ball game once again for your Arizona Wildcats. That was one of his driving layups there, but he also shot the ball extremely well, and that was really the catalyst at the outset of the game as the Wildcats opened up a quick 10-2 lead. He finished with 22 points. He had 4 threes, 4 of 8 from 3, 7 of 12 overall from the field to go along with 4 of 4 from the line. 22 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists, did not have a single turnover in 29 minutes. The Wildcats turned the ball over just 5 times in the entire ball game, and like Jada mentioned earlier, just once in the first half.
My favorite bucket was the baseline versus 2 defenders because that was the stretch where Arizona had missed like 7 or 8 in a row, Kelvin. Yeah. And we talk about JB from the baseline, but the fluidity and smoothness for Burries to take 3 dribbles from the 3-point line down to that baseline and semi-fade as he's fading towards the baseline and knock that down from about, 8-10 feet was really smooth, and they needed that bucket at that time. You know, we talk about team ball, we talk about Lloyd, we talk about 20 assists, Kelvin, but we all know that there's going to be times where the offense breaks down and you just need a guy, and we know JB can do that. Brayden Burries looking, Kelvin, like that was a moment, and we've seen that a few times, where you have 2 defenders in the area, and it doesn't matter because he's just got a really smooth offensive game.
And I do got to give those 2 guys credit. The 2 guys that you just said, Coach Lloyd and Jaden Bradley, because Bradley allowing that, man. A lot of times senior guards ain't allowing that. I'm taking all those shots. Freshmen get that back to me. It's my time. I did my year, especially a senior, a guy that been through years.
How about when I was your age? I sat back and watched the seniors do it. Right?
Yeah. That's trust me. We all, if you've been in that situation, you've had that story. You know what I mean? Where the older guy letting you know, and then Coach Lloyd putting that confidence in them, telling them that you're that guy. We're gonna need you to be that guy. And you got to add in the team because you can't play that way with senior bigs if they don't agree with you playing that way, and if they don't understand that helps them. Again, let me say it: offensive rebound. Awaka's not the best post guy with the best post moves. His best offensive play is an offensive rebound.
Yeah.
Right? So you need guys who get up nice, soft shots, and preferably not threes, people. Preferably not threes, because when you shoot a three, Awaka and Pete and all these guys become null and void. They're not gonna get the long rebounds.
Rebound gets away from them. Yeah.
Right, and it starts the fast break for the other team, so it puts them in an advantage to where if they do get that, they can get on a fast break, like just like we just said, Burries did the one time when he got the rebound and pushed it full court. So they have to play to their advantages. You don't want to shoot a lot of threes because your bigs will never get back.
520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. Let's head back down to McHale and hear from Jaden Bradley with Mackenzie Hamilton after the game.
JB, a fast start to carry you guys through to your 20th win of the season. How's it feel to hit that 20-win streak mark?
Man, we got it going right now, and proud of our guys and our coaching staff for always having a great game plan and us executing.
Well, I wanted to ask you about connection. Koa here to contribute to that. Brayden also. Something that stood out in this game, lots of bright spots, but only one turnover conceded in the first half. That goes with 19 total assists for the entire game. What was allowing you guys to move the ball so well today?
Just ball movement and spacing. We got a lot of big guards. Koa can play 1 through 3. Brady can play the 1 through 3, and a very versatile group, and we showed it tonight.
What's the biggest takeaway from today as you guys now turn your attention to Monday in Provo against a top 25 BYU team?
Just energy and effort. Treating everybody, like they're number one team, and you got a tough game coming up on the road on Monday, and we got to be ready to battle.
Thank you, JB. Congrats on this win. Thank you, guys.
All right, that was Mackenzie Hamilton after the ball game with Jaden Bradley.
Kelvin, one of the most impressive things, Dwayne Aristo was interviewed today by Rhino, and that was the pregame interview. And what he said at the end was, we're not overlooking anybody. And this game is just as important as the game Monday. We're worried about our opponent. And that's a coach speak thing or whatever. But, Kelvin, how many times in the last, 10 years have we seen a really, really good Arizona team take on maybe some, 8th, 9th, 10th place team in the pack and then find themselves down 25-10? Early in a game because they just didn't bring the same energy that we saw the game before. So hearing them all to a man, you just said it. When you hear the players talk like the coaches, everybody's on the same page. How does it make you feel to hear all these players talk about treating every opponent like they're the number one team in the country?
Yeah, well, first of all, I just tell you the maturity of each one of these guys, and you got to take your hats off to their families and everything for raising them because, a lot of times in this culture of basketball and sports, man, you don't get that. But with that being said, they're locked in, man, and you can hear it. All these guys are saying, as we say, coach, speaking the same language as the coach, and it's just great to hear. Sometimes you get one guy, sometimes you get two guys, but when you got the whole group doing it, you know that they have the coaches have their ear and they're believing in what coach said. Also, you always hear him say, we follow coach's game plan. You hear the seniors saying it all the time. So I heard Coach Pete say it as well. So it's just one of those things where these guys are really locked in and bought into, what coach is selling.
Culture, man. It's culture.
There you go. Good culture. That's what you want to see for sure. Now, we've got, let's see, who was it here? Has checked in. Matt checks in on the text groove. He says, in terms of Dwayne Aristo, we're talking about him. Matt says, I thought Dwayne Aristo is looking great on defense. Fast feet, faster hands, 3 steals in 18 minutes. Deserves mention. The Cats are real deep. 10 steals total for Arizona in this ballgame. 3 for Dwayne, 3 for Jaden, 2 for Anthony in the game tonight.
That's what jumps out. I mean, Kelvin, I think you remember you saying game 1 or even preseason, man, Dwayne Aristo is going to be a problem defensively. And yeah, you get out there, and especially if you're averaging 15, 16 minutes on the number one team in the country, and you're out there to shoot and do what? Move your feet on defense, get your hand in the passing lanes, and yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, Dwayne Aristode may be slightly raw defensively. I think maybe Ivan Karchenkov has had a little bit more experience playing against, some pro players or whatever, but the tools that he has, Kelvin, the size, strength, the ability, fluidity to move his feet and stay in front of guys, like I think Dwayne Aristode at the end of the day could maybe be the best defender or one of the best defenders that's on this team at the end of the day.
And I think as well as that, I think he's starting to really get strong after that injury and after that time off from last year. I think it's starting to come around now. He's had a lot of practices. As we say, he's a sophomore now, right? So I think things are starting to come with. He's starting to take a few more chances. He's understanding that he has those shot blockers or the wall, as DK was saying earlier, the guys that have such a great wall, they wall up and force guys to take bad shots or pass the ball back out. So when you understand that, you can be a little overly aggressive on the wing, and that seems like, what he's starting to do. And I want to see him do it more. Again, they did a great job of trapping that ball, but he could have just sat back and let the guy catch the ball. He jumped the lane and he took a chance at it, and that's what you got to do if you're going to be a great defender.
I thought one of those, when I was talking about the walling up, one of those was Waka second half when guy tried to go baseline on him, and he just basically cut the guy off at the seam, and it ending up being a turnover, and the Wildcats got a fast break opportunity the other way. They ended up with 17 fast break points in this ball game, did the Arizona Wildcats, and a lot of that, again, is coming off those tips in the passing lanes. We saw, Della, I think it was Delhi that got the one that ended with Aristode getting the layup at the end of the first half there. It was Delhi getting the hand on a ball, across pass, and so, yeah, those have been very, very huge for the Wildcats at the defensive end of the floor. 520-848-1290. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus media station. Wildcats Radio 1290 studios are brought to you by ICCU at ICCU.com.
Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Gameday is the show. Number one, Wildcats beat West Virginia 88-53 in front of a sold-out crowd at McHale Center, 14,688. Our understanding, it is sold out again in 2 weeks when the Wildcats come home and play again on Saturday afternoon against the Oklahoma State Cowboys. They'll be on the road next Saturday up in Tempe against the Arizona State Sun Devils. That will likely not be sold out, but I'm sure there'll be a lot of Wildcat fans in attendance for that one right there.
I don't know, man. I bet it'll be 85, 90% because Kelvin, these games were like U of A is great and ASU's on a downward spiral. Like you tend to see like 50%, 40% U of A fans up there.
A real quick check on your Goldberg and Osborne scoreboard. Arizona women's basketball playing today, and that game has now gone final in Ames, Iowa. Iowa State beats the Wildcats 90-65, 90-65. We'll see if we'll have a little bit more of that, maybe get a reaction or two from that game as well before we get out of here. All right, let's get a break in, and we'll come back. We'll review our keys to the game. Still got the scoreboard. Tommy Lloyd straight ahead. We'll be with you till probably sometime between 4:30 and 5 o'clock today. No NFL. I feel like we should be going into an NFL game, but it's championship weekend, so both games are on Sunday this week. We'll also get you set for that as well.
Paige asked me why the crowd was so loud and why it was on at noon. And I said, well, because college football's over.
Right.
And because the NFL playoffs aren't today. And because it's a noon tip-off on CBS national television.
Yeah.
All those factors led to a little bit more buzz in the building today.
There you go. Unfortunately, they took away my grass parking, so I couldn't get down there today. But I'm glad that all the rest of you did, and I hope our guy Ron, who we gave a ticket away to pregame, I hope he got down there and had a really great. I gave him my parking pass since I wasn't going down.
Yeah, sold out except for one.
Yeah, there you go. Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day continues after this timeout on Wildcats Radio 1290.
Our Window Depot postgame coverage rolls on. This is Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day. The postgame show is brought to you by ABC Heating and Cooling, Arizona Commercial Lighting, Blue Sky Pest Control, Broadway and Tucson's 20th anniversary season, Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing, First Choice Pools, Goldberg and Osborne, The Injury Lawyers, Gospel Rescue Mission, Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates, O'Reilly Chevrolet, Shamrock Heating and Cooling, Showtime Showtime Sports Cards, Tucson Appliance Company, JT Auto, Lexus of Tucson, Mr. Rooter, Recon Auto Detail, Right Way Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, Rocking K, a master planned community designed by nature, and by Meridian Wealth Management. Wealth well managed, life well lived.
There's never a good time for plumbing issues.
No.
Honey, my parents are here.
Oh, man.
Don't worry. With Drain Masters in Tucson, not only do you get local, professional, full-service plumbing with 24/7 scheduled or emergency service, you get a lifetime transferable warranty on all house water repiping. So this...
They brought my aunts and uncles, too.
is gonna be fine. Drain Masters, we do it all. And now offering financing. Solid service, fair price, guaranteed. DrainMastersTucson.com.
At Goldberg and Osborne, we know Arizona. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we've fought and won cases for the injured since 1989. Throughout our history, we've approached every case with a single focus: you. And we've got thousands of 5-star reviews to prove it. Put us to work for you by calling 1-800-THE-EAGLE today.
Did you know collecting sports cards is one of the fastest growing hobbies around? Whether you're looking to start or expand your collection, Showtime Cards is your ultimate destination. As one of the leading card shops in the country, they've been serving our community for over 25 years with the best in sports cards and trading card games. From rare finds to the latest releases, Showtime Cards has it all. Check them out at ShowtimeCards.com or visit them today at 5801 East Speedway. And discover why collectors everywhere trust Showtime Cards for their passion.
Now that's what I call savings. Truck buyers, this one's for you. Get up to $7,500 off a new 2026 Chevy Silverado and up to $4,500 off a 2025 Chevy Colorado. 2 tough trucks, one place to save. O'Reilly Chevrolet. Call us at 747-8000, see us on Broadway next to Park Place Mall, or on the web at O'Reilly.com. O'Reilly Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Your support has given me a safe place to sleep, a shower, and food in my stomach. Thank you.
The programs here have been life-changing. Thank you.
Thanks to your support, I now have the resources to maintain my sobriety.
Here I found a safe place to heal, and I found my way to God. Thank you.
Your support has made me a better mother and provided me a safe place in my recovery with me and my children.
Thank you. Thank you.
If you would like to help, or if you know someone who needs help, go to grmtucson.com.
Hey, man. Yeah, it's me, your furnace, man. Hey, can I get a light here, man? I know we live in Arizona, so I understand I'm not, like as cool as your air conditioner. But I still need a tune-up at least once a year, man. So get the best in town, man. Goodfellas AC, bro. Hey, anybody smell that, man? I swear it wasn't me. Okay, it was me.
Good service, good prices, Goodfellas. GoodfellasAC.com.
It's your time to shine. This is Desert Diamond Casino, the spot with Arizona's only hometown sportsbook, the hottest slots and tables, and off-the-charts energy you won't find anywhere else. Here, there's always a fun-filled, action-packed, downright unforgettable night right around the corner. So let your hair down, turn the sparkle all the way up. It's time to live the diamond life. Desert Diamond Casino.
An enterprise of the Thana Ogden Nation.
Back your hometown favorite. Get your very own exclusive University of Arizona debit card from Hughes Federal Credit Union. Pair your new card with a free checking account that earns dividends with no monthly fees, no minimum balance, and convenient 24/7 online and mobile banking. Visit one of our 7 convenient branch locations to get your card instantly or open an account online at hughesfcu.org/wildcats. Show your Wildcat spirit all year long with Hughes Federal Credit Union. Certain restrictions apply. Insured by NCUA.
The holidays are over, and right now is the best time to start your home renovation project. At the Window Depot, you get factory direct prices, no installers, no middleman, and serious savings. Windows, doors, cabinets, countertops, all in stock and ready to take home today. Perfect for DIYers and contractors who want to save thousands and get materials fast. New year, new projects at the lowest prices. Shop online at thewindowdepot.com or visit a location near you.
JT Auto, where customers are family. Trust your vehicle to JT Auto professional and reliable automotive repair and maintenance services. JT Auto is conveniently located off Fort Lowell and Country Club. Open Monday through Friday. JT Auto is a full-service auto shop with satisfaction guaranteed, offering you the best in tires and wheels, auto repair, oil changes, computer diagnostics, suspension and brake service, and heating and AC. Bring your car to JT Auto, where customers are family. 623-7066. That's 623-7066.
From work to errands to family life, your car takes a beating. At Recon Auto Detailing, we don't just protect it, we maintain it.
They installed my ceramic coating in shop, and now their mobile team keeps it looking brand new, right in my driveway.
Ceramic coatings, PPF, tint, all installed professionally at Recon Auto Detailing. And with our mobile detailing, we keep that fresh, protected look mile after mile. One-stop shop, zero hassle. That's Recon Auto Detailing, Ceramic Pro West, Tucson.
Get your backyard summer ready with a custom pool from First Choice Pools. A backyard oasis built around you. First Choice is a full-service builder of beautiful in-ground pools and backyard designs for years of staycations. If you want to dive in this summer, now is the time to visit TucsonPoolBuilder.com. First Choice Pools for installs, renovation, remodeling, and repair. Get started today at TucsonPoolBuilder.com. Ask about our 60-day pool. To be summer ready, First Choice is the only choice.
A Window Depot coverage of the Wildcats rolls on. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day postgame show on Wildcats Radio 1290. Now, back to your hosts, David Kelly, the captain, Kelvin Yvonne, and J.W. Madden.
Handed off Karchinkov from the right wing. Yvonne out to the top, throw it inside, and there is Mo Krivas to slam it home.
Outstanding pass from Ivan Karchenkov, waiting for the roll man off the pick to get to the rim. Mo Krivas.
Krivas with his fifth double-double of the season now.
Fifth double-double for Motias Krivas, 11 points, 12 rebounds, dominated the glass early, had some blocks too, had 3 blocks in the game. Some of those blocks also igniting transition for the Arizona Wildcats. So they had 10 steals and 6 blocks in the ball game.
Some of those blocks were pretty disrespectful too, like those roof-style blocks, Kelvin, where the guy looks like he's about to get a shot off, and then Koa Pete comes out of nowhere, Mo Krivas comes out of nowhere. Like, those are some nice blocks today.
520-848-1290, 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. You can call us at that number. You can text us at that number. You can message us on any of our social media platforms. Sean Hammond, 5887, is watching the show on YouTube. He said, gentlemen, finally caught a Michigan game yesterday. Their center, Mara, was fantastic. Also have some big forwards. If we somehow end up playing them in the tourney, what are your thoughts on the matchup? Kelvin, you've been kind of keeping an eye on that team.
Yeah, no, man. And Yaxel, the kid from Arizona Western, man, beast, man, a monster. This team probably is the team that matches up with us the best because of having Mara, with his 7 foot 7'2", 7'4",
3.
Yeah, so having him to match up with Krivas, and then Yaxel at the power forward, and then a bunch of tremendous scores on the perimeter. Yeah, man, that's a tough matchup right there, man. That's a national championship game type of matchup.
What was that texter's name?
Sean Hammond.
Sean, we know all about Ade Mara because he played 2 years at UCLA, and so we saw him the last 2 seasons. Arizona's already seen Mara. I know he had some injury issues. He wasn't on the. It wasn't so much injury issues as that he got winded, Kelvin, I think it was, or he got limited time. So I know his first year he only played like 8 minutes. The second year about 12 last year. But the thing is that he has progressed out. He is so much better than he was when he was a freshman. And the way they're using him, I think he's only taken like 5-6 shots a game. I mean, it's not like he's out there even putting up the numbers that Mo Krivas is putting up. But as far as a front line, we've already seen Connecticut. We've already seen Florida. Those are 2 of the biggest front lines in America. Michigan is probably the second biggest to Arizona. So, yeah, there's no doubt. And their guard play is spectacular. I looked it up because I was looking up Arizona's three-point shooting as a team nationally. I just thought it would be fun to look up the 2-point shooting as a team nationally. Michigan right now is shooting 64%.
Wow.
on the season from 2-point shots. I mean, we've seen all the numbers. They've been blown out top 25 teams by 40 all year long. Really efficient offense, really good defense. Yeah, it's a great team.
It is indeed that. Mara, the last 4 games, has scored in double figures. He has games of 20, 12, 13, and 11, and doing some damage from the line. He gets to the line quite a bit. He's been to the line 7+ times in the last 3 ball games.
And that's a very similar,
not a great line shooter at the line, though.
Very similar mirror team to Arizona when you talk about balance, because they've got 6 guys. You know, they got 5 guys averaging double figures and a 6th guy right at 9.5. So it's very, very similar to the way Arizona plays basketball. They also, guys, average 19 assists per game. So very, very similar. Everybody likes to pass. A whole bunch of guys. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 guys over 2 and 6 guys at 1.5 or more assists per game.
520-848-1290 is the number for you to get in on the program if you want to share your thoughts on Arizona basketball after a win today at McHale Center. Final score 88-53 over the West Virginia Mountaineers. Let's find out right now what we thought Arizona had to do to win this game today.
How did our keys to the game go for your Wildcats? Our keys to the game are brought to you by Royal Automotive Group. Royal Automotive Group, the dealership that is different.
West Virginia, we'll start with Kelvin Ifan.
Yeah, I think, number one, you got to lock up Hunter Huff. He's a guy that basically only has taken 183s and 223 shots total. So he's not going to shoot a lot of 2s. He's more likely going to shoot 3s. He only has 22 assists. So I guess he has a whole bunch of hockey assists because he don't really have that many regular assists, right? So he's only accumulated 1.2.
I don't know, but they know about that hockey in West Virginia?
Okay. So, so I don't know how much that counts there, but 1.2 a game. So he's really looking to score the ball. So I want our guys to stay locked up on him. Would really love to see Jaden Bradley take him. I think that's how important he is to this game. Attack the paint with post touches and drives. They do not have any rim protection.
Yeah.
Their big guy is 7'2", 280. He plays about 20 minutes a game, and after that, there's nobody that weighs more than 150 pounds. Not really, 250. There's nobody that weighs more than 215 pounds. So I feel for those guys today going against these guys. And then crash the offensive boards. I think you said something about that earlier, but crash the offensive board, I believe that we can dominate the boards again because of the lack of size.
Well, the rebounding advantage grew. It was pretty even for the most part throughout the game until the end. And the Arizona Wildcats ended up plus 13. But you were right. Hunter Huff took 15 shots, and 9 of them were from 3.
Yeah, and my boy Bradley was on him, face guarding him a lot of the times I noticed. And, so, yeah, it was a tough day for him. And a lot is going to be like that for him because he's the head of the scout every time. And I just thought overall, I felt we got to the paint. We didn't get as many rebound opportunities because we scored a lot, in there. I mean, I think we only missed 18 shots for the game. Or what's that, 28 shots for the game.
Right.
And 10 of those were threes. 13 of those were threes.
Yeah.
So just not a lot of opportunities to offensive rebound.
And just for those Mountaineers fans listening who might be confused why I'm talking trash about your hockey knowledge, it was a throwback to what Ross Hodge, the head coach, had said when he said he was talking about hockey assists. He's like, do y'all Arizonans know about hockey out here? And so I was just bringing that back. No disrespect, my West Virginia Mountaineer friends.
Okay, there you go. All right, I think I went second on today. Well, last game, what did the Wildcats have? 6 turnovers, so it was kind of like that Alabama game where they only had 4. Did Arizona? I think that's going to be a real big key today because of the fact that there might not be as many possessions, although I still think that this Wildcat team should be able to get close to that 90-point plateau that is kind of their calling card. But you're going to have to really be able to possess the basketball today and keep that turnover number. I think it needs to really be under 10 again in a game like this where you have a team that really could try to draw you into a slog fest. And just what you said there, they did such a great job on those shooters for Cincinnati. It's going to be more of the same today, although I think these guys shoot the 3 a little bit better. So, that perimeter defense is going to need to be even more important when you talk about guys like Tracy Eaglestaff and Hunter Huff. So if you can keep those 2 guys from making, I'd say, more than 7 3-point shots, I think that's going to be very key for the Wildcats to win this game today and take advantage of the environment. McHale Center, Zona Zoo, early Saturday tip. We haven't had a lot of early game. First Saturday home game. Everybody's going to be lathered up for this, and this is a West Virginia team that has not played well. And I think if you get them in an early hole, they might just fold like they've done in some of those other games at Iowa State and Houston. So dig them an early hole. Be up by double digits in the first 10 minutes of this game. And if Wildcats are, I think they'll win handily today.
Yeah, they hit that plus 10-point mark with just under 13 minutes to go, jumped out to that 10-point lead, had them in that early hole that I wanted to see. Just 5 turnovers, which we talked about a little bit earlier, and holding Honor Huff and Trayson Eaglestaff to 4 3-point shots made. They went, a combined 4 for 14. And as the team went 6 for 22, I just thought, and again, I thought they had some open looks. They just missed a lot. The one thing we haven't touched on is the fact that for the majority of this game, they had 1 free throw.
Yeah.
1 free throw for the majority of this game, and finished with just 3 of 4 to the Wildcats 16-23.
Well, it's what I was talking to you about in the break about. A lot of times you play club and you got the small guys. You're taking the mid-range shots. You're taking the threes, and you're not getting all the way to the basket because their big guys could block your shots or deter your shots. So that you kind of come into the game already thinking about the shot blockers and the tough shots that you would have to make, and so you end up taking a bunch of mid-range and threes. And when those don't fall, you're not going to get fouls for that. You only get fouls when you take the ball to the basket or when you post up. So that's the reason why we end up getting a lot of fouls, because we played from the post. You got the Cole Peets. You got the Jaden Bradley who gets to the rim, the Brayden Burries, the Ivan Korchinkov that gets to the rim. So, yeah, you didn't see a lot of that from West Virginia, so they didn't get to the line.
Yeah, it's just style of play. Arizona, one of the underrated things about this defense, guys, is they don't play with their hands. They play with their feet. So they are oftentimes, Kelvin, in a really good defending position, which is why you don't see a lot of fouls. Obviously, opponent fan bases are going to be like, what the heck? How come all the fouls? How come Arizona's shooting 1 million free throws and West Virginia's shooting none? Well, it's because everything Arizona's doing is going right to the basket through contact, and West Virginia was settling for those mid-range or 3-point shots. The layups they did get at the rim were contested a lot of the times, and they're, maybe the refs missed a 1 or 2, but for the most part, like I said, Arizona really good this year, Kelvin, at defending without fouling.
I was telling DK that I said a lot of times when you have the smaller teams, you shoot a lot of jumpers. I remember saying something to a ref one time, like, "Man, give me some calls." They said your guys don't go to the rim. I was like, everything to the basket. And so now you start getting some fouls.
And that's easier said than done, because when Korchenkov's in front of you, Bradley's really quick-footed. We talked about Aristode's defense. Some of the perimeter defenders are the underrated guys on this team, I think, because those guys, Kelvin, and their ability to keep on, we're talking straight man-to-man, right? Straight one-on-one, you can't get by me. The physicality, especially of Korchenkov at the top of the key, like how many guys have we seen get by him, get their shoulders by him? Not many. So it's hard to get free throw attempts if you can't get by your man at the top of the key, you can't get busy at the rim. And a lot of those shot blocks, right? They went straight up. A lot of those shots were blocks. Maybe those 6 blocks, if the defender's a little bit out of position, those turn into fouls, and West Virginia goes to the line.
Before we let you go, Kelvin, let's check the Goldberg and Osborne scoreboard. Next team on the schedule is 13th ranked BYU, and they are leading at the half, 42-37 over Utah. It's been a pretty tight game through that first half, but Kelvin, you noticed that they were playing a little bit of zone defense there early in that game, were the BYU Cougars.
Yeah, I was telling DK, I said they're practicing for the U of A right now. I said they're not necessarily, it's a close game with Utah, but I don't think that's the game circled. Right, the game that's circled is that Arizona game, and I think they're playing that 2-3 defense to get ready to try to force Arizona into taking more shots from the perimeter. They have some size, but right now they need to lock in on this Utah game because these guys are giving them a run for their money today.
Should be interesting to see how that all plays out. Final thoughts, Kelvin, on this win here today for the Wildcats, 88-53?
Yeah, just
you guys don't want to hear my keys?
Oh, yes. Did we not get? I'm sorry.
No, I don't care. Like I'm not offended.
I totally forgot.
I'm just. It's right here. If you want to hear it.
Let's hear your keys.
It starts for me obviously by punishing the paint, imposing your will. Kelvin, DK, you both said it. This is a undersized West Virginia team relative to Arizona. Most teams are. 50 points in the paint would get it done. Also, don't settle for those threes. I mean, West Virginia's going to be jacking up a lot of threes. Mentioned earlier, that's one game versus Alabama. Arizona in that first half tried to match Alabama on those threes. That's not going to get it done. So 15 or 18 or less threes today, 50 paint points. I'd like to see them get Delhi going. Moving towards the rim, obviously, seeing free throws go through the net is a good way to get shooters going. But the confidence, I mean, Delhi's got the form. He's got the touch. We've seen him do it in the past. He's going through a little bit of a streak here. So I'd like to see his teammates help to get Delhi going in this game. 10 to 15 points will get that done. And as you guys both said, West Virginia Mountaineers are going to rely on the three-point shot a ton today. They're going to slow the pace down. They shoot a good percentage, and the number of possessions by both teams is low. They have a chance to stay in the game. So most importantly, get your hands out in those shooters' faces. Make sure they don't get any clean looks. Percentage is really what I'm looking at. So somewhere under 35%, I think will get it done today for the Wildcats.
That's what we think Arizona needs to do to beat West Virginia.
Those were today's keys to the game. They're brought to you by Royal Automotive Group. Royal Automotive Group, the dealership that is different.
Yeah, so back to BYU, like they don't have a 7-footer on that team, right? So I mean, if you're going to try to match up with this Arizona team, now that we can talk about Monday's game, Kelvin, you're right. I mean, there has to be a little bit of mix in Kevin Young. Let's see what we can do. Let's see, because you look at the Arizona team and everything's in the paint, everything's at the rim. You want to try to trick them into taking outside shots. So because BYU does not have a ton of size, I mean, they are not the biggest team in the conference, a crazy amount of skill, especially perimeter skill. But defensively, how you're going to slow down, especially Mo early, Koa Pete, and Tobe Awaka when he gets in, it would be smart for Young to put a little bit of his own in.
Yeah, and I was telling DK, I like Young because of that. A lot of coaches put pride in, like, we're not going to play zone. And I was saying, I'm going to do whatever I got to do to try to give myself a chance and our team a chance to win.
He strikes me as a bit of an innovator, like where it doesn't matter. Like he's not an old head where it's like, I got to do it my way. I'm a Bobby Knight protege, so I got to run a Jim Boeheim 2-3 matchup because that's where I come from. It seems like he's more of a watching the trends and seeing what's working and then folding that into his philosophy, which is amazing for a young coach coming up because he's got a bright future.
You mentioned obviously early in your keys, 50-point paints. It was clear early on that was going to be tough to get to today.
Yeah. In fact, I think in the first half they didn't have very many in the first half. Let's check. First half paint points, they had 12. 12, yeah. So only 12 points. They tried. But again, I think that got to credit West Virginia closing off those driving lanes and limiting those post passes because that's a really difficult thing to do. Is getting clean looks when a defense, Kelvin, is swarming like that, all in the paint. The corner threes were open. You saw a lot of those. But as far as driving to the lane, driving right at the cup from the top of the key especially, we didn't see as many of those clean drives as we had normally, especially in that first half.
All right, now, Kelvin, your final thoughts on this game today.
Yeah, no, I thought the guys did a good job focusing in and locking in on this game and not looking forward to BYU. It's less than, a day and a half away, but they were locked in, and it just shows again how connected the group is, how the coach has these guys' ears. And again, to the BYU game, been waiting on it all year because you wanted to see the guys play some more teams like the UConns of the world. So now you're ready to see how the guys in a conference game on the road at BYU face BYU. I don't think this is the game for them to watch, right? Because BYU is not playing, some of their best basketball right now. I think they are looking a little ahead to Arizona. But with that being said, I just think that's going to be an exciting game, and I can't wait to get to that one. That's one I've been having circled for a while now.
50 and a half hours, to be exact, until tip-off in Provo. We will talk to you in 47 hours.
All right.
Fair down.
Delvin Efon, he is the captain. We'll take a time out here. We'll come back. We will let you hear from Tommy Lloyd, get your scoreboard, and wrap things up. 88-53, the final. Wildcats knock off West Virginia at McHale Center in front of a sold-out house. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
Discover your perfect vehicle at Cactus Auto, Tucson's trusted destination for certified pre-owned cars for over 30 years. They offer a wide range of certified pre-owned vehicles featuring the brands and models you love. Their finance experts are here to provide you with top dollar trade-in offers and help you find the best financing options, regardless of your credit history. With approved credit, enjoy no payments for up to 90 days. Trust Cactus Auto for quality, affordable pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, all backed by incredible savings and a 7-day exchange guarantee. Visit cactusauto.com.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
As
As the new year begins, Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing would like to thank you for allowing us to serve Tucson and the surrounding communities for the past 25 years. Whether it is a small water leak or a full air conditioning replacement, we do it all, big or small. For professional service, call Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing at 520-492-0748 or make your appointment online at picturerockscooling.com.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
Day in and day out, we're inundated with commercials asking to review your portfolio or telling you to get a second opinion. This is Natalie Fernandez with Meridian Wealth Management, and I want to share the advice I give people every day. Talk to 3 different advisors at 3 different firms. It's important to understand their differences and find someone you can trust. I want Meridian to be one of your 3, and then you will decide who is best for you. To learn more, call us at 719-1433 today.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
Experiencing the natural wonders comes easy at Rockin' Cay. Nestled at the base of the Rincon Mountain foothills, enjoy stunning mountain views up close every day. Visit Lennar's 2 communities in Rockin' Cay with home savings up to $25,000 and limited time interest rate and closing cost incentives on select move-in ready homes. LiveRockingCay.com. Designed by nature. Proud U of A radio broadcast sponsor.
Essential Pest Control leaves bugs belly up with science.
You mean they don't use yesterday's newspaper?
No, they use the latest in technology and innovation to eliminate bugs, bees, termites, weeds, and more.
So no as seen on TV salt guns?
Nope, only solutions that target insect biology, using chemistry to help protect the environment, people, and their pets.
You are so smart.
Essential Pest Control leaves bugs belly up. Call 886-3029 or visit essentialpest.com.
We are the rush, the pulse, the thrill you didn't see coming. Welcome to Club Soul at Casino del Sol, where Tucson's best just got better. Join Club Soul today and get $20 free play. That's right, your first play is on us. Play, earn, and unlock exclusive rewards that take your experience to the next level. More thrills, more perks, more of what makes Casino del Sol unforgettable. We are Club Soul, only at Casino del Sol and Casino of the Sun. Enterprise of the Bosco Yaqui Tribe.
Hi guys, I'm back. What's new?
Tucson Appliance Scratch and Dent Studio.
All the Scratch and Dent merchandise has its own new studio.
There were so many Scratch and Dent discounted items. Now they have a place of their own.
I love it. A whole Scratch and Dent studio right next to Tucson Appliance. They don't look like Scratch and Dent,
but it shows in the low prices.
Tucson Appliance Scratch and Dent Studio. Proud local supporters of the Southern Arizona Heartball. Only at Tucson Appliance, where you are a priority.
Think of waking up with energy, standing tall and feeling free. Think First Chiropractic, good health is to enjoy.
For over 30 years, Tucson has been putting its trust in First Chiropractic for auto and on-the-job injuries. They're locally owned and a proud sponsor of the U of A radio broadcasts. So if you've been injured, make the right choice first.
First Chiropractic, good health is to enjoy.
Hi, I'm Jordan Benjamin with Done Right Services. When your home or business needs HVAC, plumbing services, or electrical work, trust a true local Tucson company, Done Right Services. We pride ourselves on delivering top-notch service, fair pricing, and expert craftsmanship. The job isn't finished unless it's done right. Weekend emergency? No problem. Just give us a call. We're here when you need us. You deserve the best, and Done Right Services delivers. Call us today for a free estimate at 520-369-3966.
Did you know that feeling sluggish or weighed down could be signs that your digestive system isn't working at its best? But taking Metamucil every day can help. Metamucil supports your daily digestive health using a special plant-based fiber called psyllium. Psyllium works by forming a gel in your digestive system to trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Metamucil's gelling action also helps to promote heart health and slows down sugar absorption to promote healthy blood sugar levels. Start feeling lighter and more energetic by taking Metamucil every day.
More than 6 million kids in the U.S. have ADHD, and many aren't getting the support they need. At understood.org, we can help. Sometimes in class, the only thing your child can focus on are the thoughts racing through their head.
Why am I always falling behind? Why do I feel so alone? So different.
Your child is looking to you for answers. But as a parent, you probably have a lot of questions too. What should I do next? Where do I even start? At understood.org, we provide parents with the resources they need to help kids with ADHD thrive. Your child wants to thrive. Be the reason they do. Visit understood.org/the reason to get started.
A Window Depot coverage of the Wildcats rolls on. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day postgame show on Wildcats Radio 1290. Now, back to your hosts, David Kelly, the captain, Kelvin Yvonne, and J.W. Madden.
Bradley into the lane, kick it out, Pete. 3 balls straight away is good for Cohen. Alexis of Tucson Charity 3, 4th made this year for Coapete.
Let's take a look at what's happening today around the rest of the country. The Wildcats Radio 1290 Game Day Scoreboard is brought to you by Goldberg and Osborne. Goldberg and Osborne, Arizona's leading injury law firm.
3 finals on the day of the Big 12. Central Florida, UCF beat Colorado 95-86 today. It was number 9 Iowa State winning in Stillwater, Oklahoma, 84-71 over Oklahoma State. Milan Momcilovic had 29 points in that ball game.
Speaking of shooting percentages, that dude's shooting like 56% from 3 this year.
He is having a pretty good year so far. The big game of the day, 6th-ranked Houston on the road in Lubbock against Texas Tech. The Red Raiders get the victory, 90-86. Kingston Flemings for Houston in a losing cost scored 42 points in that game. On the winning side, it was JT Toppin with 31 points.
Ho-hum, the Cougars are now 25-2 in the last 2 seasons in the conference.
There you go.
That's their second.
Yeah,
they were
second loss.
19-1 last year. This is their first loss this year.
Kansas will play Kansas State later on. The Jayhawks are ranked 19th. In action right now, TCU leading Baylor 23-21 first half. And we mentioned at the half, number 13 BYU has a 5-point advantage over Utah, 42-37. Later on tonight in Tempe, hopefully maybe things will get better for Bobby Hurley and company. Who knows? They'll take on Cincinnati. That is an 8 o'clock tip. Games in the top 25 today. Finals, number 23, Louisville over Virginia Tech, 85-71. It was Texas by 20 at home over 21st-ranked Georgia, 87-67. Number 18, Clemson wins on the road at Georgia Tech, knocking off Damon Stoudemire's crew, 77-63. 16th-ranked Florida loses at home to Auburn, 76-67. Number 15, Vandy, big on the road at Mississippi State, 80-56. In a battle of ranked teams, it was number 22 North Carolina on the road, beating Virginia 85-80. 10th ranked Michigan State, big over Maryland, 91-48. The Terps are just 1-8 in the Big Ten. Other scores, another team remains unbeaten. Number 7 Nebraska, 76. Minnesota, 57. Cornhuskers went on a 20-0 second half surge in that ball game right there. Price Sanford, 20 of his 22 points in the second half. He also grabbed 10 rebounds as Nebraska remains unbeaten. 5th-ranked Duke over Wake Forest, 90-69. And another big game, 11th-ranked Illinois wins on the road at number 4 Purdue, 88-82. Keaton Wagler, 46 points. For the Illini, he had 9 3-point shots made in that game.
And Kylan's out, right?
Kylan's
out for a month. So, yeah someone's got to get those shots up.
Well, Keaton Wagler had no problem doing that today. He's out of Kansas, Shawnee, Kansas. Number 2, UConn beat Villanova in overtime, 75-67. Later on, Tennessee at number 17, Alabama. 8th-ranked Gonzaga will host San Francisco. Games in progress, number 20, Arkansas leading LSU 64-61. And that is a check of your scoreboard. The women, real quick, the Arizona women lost on the road at Iowa State 90-65. Jada Williams in that game scored 19 points on 8 of 11. She had 7 assists, 7 turnovers. Audie Crook, 17 points on 7 of 9. And the Wildcats were led by Nolani Cornfield, who had 19 points.
There is one other team we should give a cursory, we should be following them loosely, and that is the UNLV Running Rebels, DK,
yes.
who are now coached by Josh Pastner.
Right, who's appears to be the final coach actually wearing suits.
Right,
Wearing a
and
suit.
they were on a 3-game winning streak. They lost to San Diego State today, but turning around, they had a 19-18 season last year, so Coach Pastner doing his thing again up there in Vegas.
One other note from this Arizona women's basketball game, 5 Arizona players fouled out of this game. I'd be interested to see who was left. Nolani Cornfield fouled out. Molly Ladwick fouled out. Noah Francois fouled out. Cameron Kitchen fouled out. And Achul Magat fouled out of this game. 5 players fouled out.
By that logic, let's see how many free throws Audie Crooks took. Oh, only 4. So I would imagine Audie Crooks fouled out the whole team.
Yeah, they had 31 free throws that they took in the game, did Iowa State. That's crazy. I don't know that I've seen that lately where, that's an entire lineup of players.
Do you know what Coach
fouled
Becky
out.
Burke's going to say next practice? She's going to say, Daniel Welch, you had 0 fouls versus Iowa State. Like, what's going on? Like, everybody else fouled out. Like, what's going on out there? That's what Kelvin always points to the one person who doesn't foul. Because if you have 0 fouls and you played some minutes, then you should be maybe playing a little more physical defense. But I think we expect that. Iowa State's style lends itself to that. And so you got to do what you can do. And like we said at halftime, they were shooting, 64%, something like that. So, yeah.
All right, let's get to the head coach so we can get out of here by the top of the hour. Tommy Lloyd after the game, 88-53 Arizona over West Virginia.
All right, guys, let's knock this out so you guys can get a Saturday night with your families.
An ideal inside-outside game. Your inside was really good. You shot the 3 very well.
Yeah, I mean, we showed up at the gym this morning for a little walkthrough, and we saw these 3-point signs, and I think it reminded us that we needed to shoot some threes. I think a better marketing ploy for our team would be if those signs said paint 2s and free throws. I mean, that's what I'm looking for next time. But yeah, I mean, listen, we're a good shooting team. And, the way and Ross is a really good defensive coach, and they have a really sound system. And, we felt like, some of those gaps was going to be, a lot of tight help, and we can maybe get some throw heads in there. And, our guys got some and were able to knock some down. So, that was great. It was great. Our guys did a great job of just kind of playing the game with concepts and there's great fundamentals and great purpose today.
A couple weeks ago, you said Brayden Burries still had more to come. It's showing today. Is there still more to come from Burries?
I mean, yeah, I think so. Like I said, I'm not putting any ceilings on any of these guys. Brayden, you can see today he had a good little bounce in his step and a good rhythm to his game. And, I think he's just getting a lot of confidence. He's getting a lot of confidence. And, Brayden has he has amazing instincts, for a young basketball player. Now I think he's layering that with some experience where maybe he's understanding what's coming before it's happening a little bit more, and he's able to kind of manipulate certain situations. And, he's responding to situations in the game as opposed to reacting. So, that's a natural growth for a young player, and he's kind of in his sweet spot. I mean, I've always felt that, January would be a big month for him to make a big jump, and it looks to me like he is.
Do you remember the first time you saw him, and what were your impressions on that?
I mean, really good player. Probably first time I saw him was at one of those Section 7 tournaments up in Glendale, and you just saw a guard with good size, and just is he a point guard? Is he a 2? Those are great conversations to have. That means you have a really good player, and so we saw him early, and we identified him as somebody that we thought would be a great fit for us. And as we got to know him and his family, I mean, it was the perfect combination for us.
We're still feeling a lot better in the locker room after.
I'm assuming so. Deli's a tough kid, and he's built for this. His journey probably hasn't been easy, and I know it hasn't been without adversity. So this is just a another, bump in the road that he's had to deal with, but he's fine. And, I think the thing he's happiest about is our team continues to be successful, while he's been figuring it out. So it's great to see him play like that. And, yeah, I mean, I would, like I said before, my expectation is we're going to get the best out of Delhi when it's needed. And that's a great attribute to have as a competitor.
It just looks like you have a team full of guys that don't really force the issue and they kind of work themselves into a game. Is this the most selfless team that you've had so far?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not great. I don't need to compare one team to the next because this team's on its own journey. But I mean, you see guys starting to have an understanding of what we can do and how we can play together. And then I think the biggest thing is, I think the next step for us, and I've been talking to our guys about, is, we have a great leader in JB and Tobey, and we have high character, but I think our guys need to be a little more intentional, just being a player-led program down the stretch. Our staff's done the best job we could, putting them in position and trying to help them develop and, and helping them through adversity and, teaching. But now it's time for them to own the execution, own the fundamentals, own the effort, own the energy. Come on, it's always better to own than rent, right? And at least I think it is. So these guys, I think we're heading in the direction where they're owning it and they're understanding we have lots of good players. So I don't need to maybe be undisciplined and do something that's too aggressive, that's risky, because, we don't know what we could get 2 passes later. And I'm starting to see that come, but that doesn't mean that won't be challenged on Monday. It just remember, it doesn't go like this. I mean, there's bumps on the road, and hopefully you're trending up, but we know there's going to be some real challenges ahead.
So when you say owning it, do you mean specifically more responsible?
Yeah, I mean, like I'm not nothing negative. I mean, I'm not negative. I just feel like, when you've been together every day for basically 6 months, and they've been hearing my voice a lot. And our staff's done an incredible job. Our staff's really developed, I think, over the course of this year. These younger coaches are starting to get a lot of experience and kind of come into their own, which has been really powerful. But now, the players got to kind of harness that and own it, and they need to be the catalyst for the next step. And that's my hope.
Tommy, you rarely see a miscommunication on the court, that pass or an alley-oop that didn't work. Can you talk about the chemistry of this team, because it's obviously very good?
Yeah, I mean, the chemistry's good. I mean, these guys, they get along on and off the court. I think they really respect each other as people and as players, and I think they're playing with a shared purpose, and we talk a lot about purpose, vision, identity, values. I mean, those are things, when we're kind of building our culture, we focus on those things. And then it's and then the biggest thing is you got to be authentic about it, because, words, whatever, don't mean anything. It's actions and commitment to those words that matter. So our guys have done an incredible job, connecting and really coming together and have a shared belief system and how we want to be and what type of team we want to be.
The bigs are shooting more and more threes when they're open like that. Is that, at this point, is that ingrained, or are you still encouraging them to do that?
I mean, I never say anything to them about that. And, I might, tell them, hey, you probably didn't need that one there, or things like that. But, I think as you get deeper in the season and you get the rhythm of these games, those are just opportunistic ones. I mean, it's not like we're coming out of a timeout and saying, Mo, when you catch the ball up top, they're not going to guard you, let it rip. I mean, that's Mo's decision, because, I want that, again, the player has to own that decision. And if they own that decision and they've been working hard at it, hopefully they can reward themselves rather than having that decision come from me. So, I think you end up later in the season, you're on a good team. I've seen this happen in some of the good teams I've been part of the past. Teams come into these games and really just pick their poison. And so, maybe they're just saying, hey, we're going to not guard their bigs up top, and they take a chance with that. So, I mean, and you need to have the wherewithal to not let that bother you, but it's okay if those guys knock down an occasional top of the key three.
West Virginia shot less than 30% from field goal and 3-point in the first half. What did you tell your team anticipating that they would improve on that?
Well, so you're talking about coming out into the second half? I mean, I just told our guys, you made that happen in the first half. That just didn't happen. That wasn't the crowd. That was you guys. And so, you come out and recreate that again. And you got to make it happen. You make it happen with effort, energy, urgency, all those, coachisms. And I thought our guys did a pretty good job. I mean, listen, we didn't come out and have a 20-0 run to start the half, but it was steady. And, West Virginia, is a high-character team and got a really good coach. They responded a few times, and then, we were able to kind of wear them out those last 10 minutes and, make the margin of victory maybe look a little wider than it really was.
BYU coming on Monday night, got a really good team, Richie Saunders, DeBonza, a couple of other players. What makes them so tough?
Well, they're a great team. They're a great team. They got a really good coach. They have a really strong basketball culture at BYU. Obviously, they got a great environment, and they're going to be excited to play. I mean, I'm sure they're focused, 100% on Utah today, just like we were focused on West Virginia. But, we'll start our prep for the game tonight, and we know we're playing a really good basketball team, in a tough place to play. So we know it's going to be an incredible challenge.
What do you remember about that environment? Anything in particular about that?
It's wild. It's loud. It's impressive. all those great things. You should go sometime.
All right, that is the head coach of your Arizona Wildcats. You can hear the remainder of his comments over on WildcatsRadio1290.com. We've already got our game story up, and his full press conference is up there, as well as the thoughts of Russ Hodge, the head coach of the West Virginia Mountaineers, after his team falls here today by a score of 88-53 to the Arizona Wildcats. I'd love to go see a game in Provo, Utah, for sure. Maybe we'll make that happen. Maybe we'll take a road trip there.
I got 3 cousins who went to school there.
Yeah?
I visited them several times, and they had a lot of attractive friends, but I was not LDS. So.
There you go. All right. 20th time this season we played the song.
W-I-L-D. Cats. W-I-L-D. Wildcats. W-I-L-D. Cats. We're wild about the cats.
First, they all were skeptics. They used to.
All right, we'd like to thank everybody that was a part of these broadcasts today. We had Dusty Dale. Dusty Dale ran the game on FM 107.5, K-Hit 107.5. Thanks to Jim Bednarik down the hall. He tuned and flew the plane for Arizona women's basketball on Freedom 1400. Ladies, however, did not get their win. We'll have Becky Burke's press conference up on our YouTube channel as well, so look for that here in a few minutes. And David Dragon Ball Amata here on the AM side, Wildcats Radio 1290. For J.W. Madden and Kelvin Efon, my name is David Kelly, giving you that final score one more time in front of a sold-out crowd of 14,688 today at McHale Center. It was number 1 Arizona, 88, West Virginia, 53. We'll be right back with you on Monday, 3:30, Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day. Currently number 1 Arizona, number 13 BYU. That ranking could change for the second team. Until we talk to you then, enjoy the rest of your Saturday and Sunday, and bear down, Arizona.
Give Kerr the ball, give Kerr a hand. I'll drill it in from three-point land. Ask the Gumbies, ask the refs.
We don't do drugs 'cause we're the best.
Earn an accredited MBA in as few as 16 months for about $21K at University of Maryland Global Campus. Explore 10 specializations, including finance, HR, cyber technology, and more. Plus, showcase the value of your MBA with a comprehensive learner record and digitally demonstrate in-demand skills and credentials to employers. No application fee if you apply by February 11th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Talking about guns with others might not always feel comfortable, but it could save a life. Here's a way to start a conversation. Your family is going over to your neighbor's home for dinner for the first time. How would you ask if there are any unlocked guns in the home?
Hey, we're so excited for tonight. Before we come over, though, may I ask if there are any unlocked guns in your home?
Our guns are stored securely, locked in a safe that the kids can't access.
Awesome. Learn how to have the conversation at agreetoagree.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Ugh, no, not the sink. Not now.
Plumbing issues can put your life on pause. But with anytime emergency scheduling, the Neighborly Done Right promise, and more, Mr. Rooter Plumbing will have your life flowing again in no time.
All fixed.
Much better.
Mr. Rooter is proud to cheer on the Cats. Mention this ad for 10% off any plumbing service. A win for the whole family. Bear down, Arizona.
Mr. Rooter Plumbing, a neighborly company.
The holidays are over, and right now is the best time to start your home renovation project. At the Window Depot, you get factory direct prices, no installers, no middleman, and serious savings. Windows, doors, cabinets, countertops, all in stock and ready to take home today. Perfect for DIYers and contractors who want to save thousands and get materials fast. New year, new projects at the lowest prices. Shop online at thewindowdepot.com or visit a location near you.
The American Red Cross is facing a severe blood shortage, and donors are needed right now to make sure life-saving care isn't delayed for accident victims, surgery patients, and those facing critical treatments for cancer and chronic blood disorders. The Red Cross blood supply has dropped about 35% in recent weeks. There's no time to wait. Make an appointment today to give blood by using the Red Cross Blood Donor app, visiting redcrossblood.org, or calling 1-800-RED-CROSS to schedule your donation. Take action and help save lives.
Join David Kelly this Wednesday from 3 to 6 at Showtime Cards for Wild Card Wednesdays. Showtime Cards will have live box breaks happening right in the store. You never know what pulls might pop up. Whether you're into baseball, football, basketball, soccer, MMA, comics, Pokemon, Star Wars, or anything in between, Showtime Cards has something for every collector. Catch all the action this Wednesday, 3 to 6 at Showtime Cards, located on Speedway just east of Craycroft, with Wildcats Radio 1290.
They say time flies like a sparrow.
And fruit flies like a banana. We're off to a great start.
If you two don't mind, I'd like to tell our customers about something they won't do in 2026.
I'm not doing a lot of things.
Like changing your socks.
Guys, I'm talking about no payments or interest for a full year on a new system.
Oh, people are going to like that.
You should tell them.
As I was saying, Alaskan AC can install a brand new heating and air system and have no payments or interest for a year.
365 days.
12 months.
You'll get all the comfort, and you won't write a check for a whole year.
Ha! Ron still writes checks.
He's so old, the first picture of him was an oil painting.
You guys having fun?
I never have fun.
I'm having a little fun.
This is big. With approved credit, get a spanking new furnace and AC system. No payments or interest for a year.
Spanking new?
Ron talks old-timey.
Schedule your appointment today, whenever you want, online at alaskanac.com.
KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus media station. Wildcats Radio 1290 studios are brought to you by ICC.
Welcome into Westwood Sports Night. I am Ari Temkin here on the Westwood One Sports app, Sirius XM, Channel 370.